Yo, what now?
We live in this joint. Yeet.
All right. As the viewers know,
You feel me? Oh, thank you.
as the viewers know, there's no bracket this time around. There's a lot, and I repeat, a lot to talk about, especially with WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Smackdown. First off, I want to start by saying, fuck that bald fraud. He fucked everything up. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it any longer. I know we were talking about this over the group chat, but you have to look at it from this perspective, from his terrible response in the Pat McAfee show, pretty much just blaming Triple H for the creative. No, dumb shit. I'm going to point out a lot of flaws that, or a lot of, I'm pretty much going to fact check him. Chamber. Let's go back to Chamber, where he said he was called by Ari Emanuel to bring in to come in and sell out Chamber, because apparently Cena against a former rival in CM Punk, one of his greatest rivals, and 4 other people in the Chamber wasn't selling enough tickets. At the same time, Chamber already sold 30,000 seats out of a 40,000 seat stadium. What did The Rock have to move? What? And then for him to come in, think of a random ass story, and I called this since we talked about it. This whole "sell me your soul" bullshit. I always thought it was the stupidest fucking thing.
First off, I said this the first time, and I'm gonna say this again. Ain't no grown ass man gonna walk up to me, put his hand on my face like this, and tell me he wants my soul.
Exactly. And I said this shit when we talked about it weeks prior. I think
the first time they say no Diddy.
Exactly. Like, the man went straight into those thoughts, and that was the best you can come up with. That was the best you can come up with. And then on top of that, you turn this guy that you can't see on my hoodie. You turn the man who was arguably the greatest babyface of all time into a heel, trying to shock the world and trying to make it like Hogan in WCW, which ultimately failed. Because you turned the man heel, and for weeks up until Mania, we never got an explanation. No Rock appearance. All we got was Cena bitching up the fans and going after Cody and then calling the fans hypocrites. His whole battle was mainly with the fans more than Cody. We never got an explanation as to why he sold his soul for The Rock. We never got an explanation as to why he sold out for The Rock. And then night 2. Leading in and finishing in with night 2.
First of all, everybody thought we was getting Dwayne. No, we got Travis Scott.
Yes. Travis Scott. I get it. Okay. Celebrities want to be a part of this thing now, and their TKOs try to embrace it, which, by the way, fuck TKO. Just flat out fuck them. They're ruining the game I love right now. At the same time, we get into night 2. The main event with Cody and Cena. I get Cena's whole story of he wants to ruin professional wrestling, and he tried his best to do that in that main event. But after watching it back, that match was absolute dog shit. One of the shits. Dude, that match, I would legit go back and watch Roman Reigns versus Triple H over that dog shit. Because that was bad. You embarrassed the man that you protected for 3 years. You protected him as the biggest babyface, made him win back-to-back Rumbles, and ended a 4-year-long title reign of Roman Reigns, only to get fucking buried within 10 minutes of the match. Not to mention you had a 5 to 7 minute hold in the match because you had to get Travis Scott an entrance. I'm sorry.
We haven't heard the damn theme song every night, like they cutting the commercial.
Like, dude, I applauded Logan Paul in like their backstage video that they did. If I hear that song one more time, I'm gonna fucking slap the shit out of somebody. Like, it was fucking annoying. They should have just kept the Weeknd song. I would have been fine with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how y'all advertised the Weeknd on night one, but still kept playing Travis Scott's song all throughout the rest of Mania.
And exactly. And here's where I'm going to sum this up for you. Night one was saved by the main event. It was saved. Night two, the show saved the main event. Because how the hell are you going to have a banger of a night two and then completely ruin it with the main event? Like, how? And then on top of that, where's Cody? He hasn't shown up on Raw or SmackDown, even though he was quote-unquote advertised, was not shown up. Now we're getting Cena Orton for one last time. Okay, cool. Just drop the belt to Orton. Thanks. And then on top of that, you have The Rock, Dwayne. All because Black Adam failed. He has to try and fail the WWE. He sits here and bitches out Dave LaGreca for showing his passion as to why you pretty much killed Cody. And on top of that, he dares to say, oh, would you like to be in the writer's room with me, Cody, Cena, and Bryan? So no Triple H was involved in that. You pretty much buried Triple H. Huh?
You said Bryan. I said Danielson?
No, his writer, Brian Gerwitz. Yeah, fucking... I have his book, and I still have to read it. Brian Gerwitz, his personal writer. But you're telling me Bald Levesque wasn't involved in that at all? You're telling me you sat there, came up with this whole storyline, and Triple H was not involved? You made a story and expected Triple H to run with it. I'm sorry. I get people getting mad at Triple H saying it was his fault, that the story tanked. No, motherfucker. This would have never happened if your fingerprints never got all over it. And then he was on. And then he said, oh, the final boss is done for now. I'm done. And then 15 minutes later, he goes, oh, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to the Cody story. What? Fucking what? Are you just saying shit out of your ass just to say it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I enjoyed WrestleMania. The main event was shit. The Rock ruined it. I'm sorry. And then Raw after Mania showed you that Triple H can book a damn show. He can. He literally just gave you Dangerous Alliance 2.0 with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. He right there. And then on SmackDown last night, I thought it was a good show. You had Aleister Black come back. You set up more of Orton and Cena. And then on top of that, even though people don't want to see Nia versus Tiffany, but you have Nia Jax return. There you go. And then and then shocker of the night, you give Zelina Vega the United States title. And then one of the best matches of the year, one of the best TLC matches I've ever seen, that should have been on the WrestleMania card and proved that it should be.
Wasn't.
Come the fuck on. I might be the only one going crazy about this because I know I'm getting a stone cold face from Juju. I might be the only one going crazy about this. But I'm sorry. That bald fucking son of a bitch just completely fucked up WrestleMania for me.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Here I go. All right. I won't disagree that the main event was bad. All right.
Bald bitch.
But.
Don't.
You kind of took a point that I was going to make. Out of all of the shitty WrestleMania main events, which one would you not watch back? And to be quite honest, I would watch this one back. I'm never going to watch back 27.
I think this is up there with 27. I think this is up there with 27.
Nah, the reason why I say nah is because, granted, the way they executed it was bad, but for somebody like me who likes to craft and create stories, and sometimes I do make bad stories on purpose on universe mode to see how I can craft a good one, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's a hit or miss. But that part of ruining wrestling, I felt as though they had to make that like, all right, there's only one way we can ruin it. What's that? Have me, The Rock, out of it. Cody still got to get his lick back on Travis Scott, have him sponsored down in the ring, and boom. It was ruined. Yes.
But the thing is,
my
the way he went about it was...
My standpoint and opinion is, yes, it was ruined. It was a bad main event. But for me, and only for me, it gave me what I needed. Because I wasn't like, all right, I'll put it like this. My expectation, of course, was The Rock showing up. But my prediction, I didn't clarify it on the prediction show, but Travis coming out there doing something, getting the crossroads, I predicted that, which, by the way, nobody's saying this. That man sold the fuck out of that crossroads. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. He sold that shit. And when him selling that shit for me to let me know, like, all right, Cody telling him to slap him was for the right thing, right reasons. Granted, all of us back home, we was like, well, why the fuck did he do that? This, that, and the third. But come to find out, Cody wanted that shit and was like, yo, better make it look real. Because if it don't look real, then what? But overall, back to WrestleMania. My opinion for it. Night one. Before I even get to night one, Stand and Deliver took me back to the TakeOver era. And the reason why I say that, I already knew we could have nothing but marquee WrestleMania caliber matches on that WrestleMania card. Stand and Deliver showed me the NXT of old, where they was going to be better than the main roster no matter what. And that's what they did.
I will fully agree. Stand and Deliver stole the weekend. They did.
Stand and Deliver was that shit. Night one, I'm going to be completely honest. Kickoff of the match with Jay and Gunther, I fucked with it. All the way until we got to the tag team match.
It was okay.
Once we got to the tag team match, started to go down. Why? Okay. Here's why. Jay and Gunther belonged at WrestleMania. No matter who you felt as though should have won or lost, they belonged there. That tag match did not belong there. That's what killed night one for me. But everything else on night one, we all predicted that somehow either Roman was going to win or Paul Heyman was going to do what he did. And we all was basically right in some way, shape, or form. Not mad at that. Night two, we kicked off night two tremendously.
Arguably match of the year already. Arguably match of the year already with that one.
Yeah. Once we get to the main event, I already got it in my brain. I'm like, all right. Rock, and remember what I said about the triple threat match. If Rock was in the building, Roman was going to be involved. Rock was not in the building, so I already knew that he wasn't going to be in the building for night two. So in my brain, I'm like, all right, for me to enjoy this for face value, for like taking out my fandom and what storyline should be, like just taking in the match at what they're giving me, I'm like, all right, they got Travis and all this shit, and he was with Rock and Cena, and if Rock's not here, Travis at least should be here, and he should get a crossroads. That happened. I was happy. Now. Like I said, I was cool with the match for how it happened, and I will agree, the way it ended and all of it bad, but it still served the purpose of ruining wrestling. I would not have had Cenabot kick Cody in the dick and then hit him with the belt and then do the 1, 2, 3.
See, that was fucking terrible. That was terrible.
That's what I said.
But it ruined it. And when I say it ruined it for storyline purposes in the right way, because that's what Cena said he gonna do. He don't give a damn how we want it to happen. He don't give a damn how it looks. He don't give a damn if we think, oh, it should have been a 5-star classic. You shouldn't have did it this way. He don't give a fuck. He told us that shit. Like he was like, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? We get nothing. No bells, no new bells, no whistles, no new entrance gear or ring attire, straight black Titantron with just his name on it.
Hold on now.
And I'm not gonna hold when Cena was coming out like right with that. I'm like,
what I'm about to say is Cena kind of became a hypocrite or something when he was talking about some no new merch, because after that, this nigga was coming out in different colors again, looking like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
No, that was already situated beforehand. Before he turned heel, he already had this t-shirts made and shit. That's why he was like, "Y'all not getting shit. I'm not getting new t-shirts made."
It's the same thing, but okay.
It's literally just the same logo, different colors. That's all it is.
It's still new merch.
That's why he said y'all getting what I give y'all, which is me. And to be quite honest, I can't even put WrestleMania Night 2 up there with WrestleMania 27 in terms of the main event, because a lot of the determining factors. Nobody ain't get a concussion in that match. Thank God.
But you know what it did have?
Putting himself in the fucking picture, even though this was one of the moments where he should have, but that's besides the point.
That's the main difference. The Rock.
That literally, that's my main. Like, if somebody paid me and told me name every WrestleMania main event, good or bad, that I will watch back, I promise you, 9 and 27 will not be in that mix. This past main event, both nights. Whoa. We're not counting night 1 because night 1 was a fucking banger.
Whoa.
Night 2 main event. I'm sorry, maybe I'm against the minority, but I'd watch it back.
No. I you know what?
Especially in the sense of, I look at it as a learning experience, not for Triple H and all, but it's a learning experience on if you're going to get into this business and craft a story. If you have a bad story and it's already executed, there's nothing to do, what are you going to do to fix it? And how can you branch it out to make it something good? And I truly believe with Triple H, like, oh, you want to throw me on a bus? I got you. Now I'm about to fix this fucking storyline. I got full faith that he's going to fix this shit. So,
yeah, because he's going to give Orton the title.
Please.
I don't think that.
Do you think he's going to keep it on Cena until what? Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Okay, and then who wins Money in the Bank? Oh, let me guess. Cody.
No. Yeah.
No.
Because we haven't heard.
I got a plethora of choices who could win Money in the Bank, to be quite honest. You got LA Knight, Jacob Fatu.
Got Drew
Roman.
No.
Which I highly doubt.
I don't think Roman. Honestly, it could be a Braun Breaker for all we know.
Oh, Lord.
Ironically, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I actually see Braun Breaker in that Money in the Bank. Let's just say Punk and Roman is in that joint. I literally see that in Braun Breaker winning it. I see it. I ain't mad at that. I see that shit.
This is the thing.
Giving me an idea.
Going back to the main event. The fact that The Rock sat here and threw Triple H under the bus, not once, but twice, and then blamed WWE for low ticket sales at the Chamber, which there wasn't low ticket sales. Because I'm sorry, the reason why it could have been low ticket sales is because TKO likes to charge a fucking down payment on a house for a ticket. Like, oh, you want to go to a wrestling show? All right, give me $500 for nosebleeds. What?
Now,
no.
Here's what I will say about The Rock's comments, right?
Please.
Because he talking about he gonna be filming in 2026. Nigga, you lying. You're lying your ass off, because last year you said you wasn't filming around WrestleMania 41 and you're doing shit when WrestleMania 41 popped up. Now you're not doing shit when the next WrestleMania popping up. You said you was doing shit when WrestleMania 40 was going to be popping off. Lo and behold, you try and get into the story to go one-on-one with Roman, which, in my opinion, from there was the domino effect.
It's far gone now. I'm sorry. Like, if you have Rock and Roman Mania 42 in New Orleans next year, I honestly don't even care anymore.
At this point, if you give me Rock and Roman, you got to give them to me at SummerSlam.
That's the only
Something.
way. Like
Because-
have Heyman give the call to The Rock and say, "Look, I need Roman off my back," and boom, SummerSlam. But come on,
Exactly. Because here's how I see that playing out. If Paul was to do it, Roman finally gets that win back and gets I can't even say finally because any non-title match he's beaten him. It's just title matches he hasn't beaten him. But he'll get that. He'll get his lick back. He'll get it against Braun too, and he'll be after Paul, and that's when he's like, I find a boss. I don't know what to do. Get Roman off my neck.
yeah. But the thing is, I don't give a shit for Rock and Roman anymore. You had it at 39. You had it at 40. Cody, you could say Cody got in the way. I don't give a fuck. I think honestly, with Cody last year, it really stroked The Rock's ego. Like it now makes me think with that whole Vegas press conference shit that they did, and when The Rock confronted Triple H backstage telling him to fix this shit, I honestly think that wasn't even going to work.
First of all, honestly,
It was a work shoot.
honestly, here's my thing about Dwayne and his whole shit that he got going on. My whole thing about it is with Dwayne, bro, you should have never got involved in no storylines to begin with. If you're the boss, if you're running TKO and not the creator behind WWE, you should have stayed where the fuck you was at. Because honestly, like you said, I would have took Rock and Roman at 39 over Cody and Roman. Cody and Roman, I would have took that at 40.
Now, granted, we know why 39 didn't happen.
You know, you're saying you're trying to blame Triple H for this, blame Triple H for that, but bro, this whole storyline was on you. The storyline revolved around you. You're the one coming in, trying to give Cody this, trying to make him that. Then you got Cena doing your dirty work. You got Scott slapping you. And then nothing.
Yeah, like
what if all this crap between Triple H and The Rock? Like I said, it's a work shoot. It's a work, but they're also shooting to make you believe like, yo, they going in. What if this is The Rock in Triple H's way of about to formulate a story where they're the heads of it and they're clashing because they can never get the WrestleMania match that they were supposed to get.
You know what? No.
Honestly,
no, you know what? Fuck it. If I were to fucking give me the pen to the show, if they're gonna be fucking stroking their egos with this shit, give me Team Triple H versus Team Rock at Survivor Series.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know why, but I got a feeling
winner gets creative. Literally.
Like I got a feeling it may not happen this year, it may not happen 2026, but somewhere down the line, before The Rock step all the way out, it's going to fucking happen. Like, hey, we should do a Team Triple H, Team Rock. I see it happening.
I don't think The Rock's going to step down anytime soon. That man is making $30 million in stock and more. Stop. He's got the money.
I mean, like, kind of, put his head in the creative and shit before he step away from that. But other than that, he's still going to be involved.
But this is the thing. How the fuck are you going to put your head in creative and then fuck up? Like, you literally said, oh, Cena turned heel. One of the greatest moments of all time. We were able to capitalize on that. No, the fuck you didn't, because you stepped back.
And first things first, it wasn't Rock's idea to turn for Cena to turn heel. Triple H.
Triple H's. But of course, The Rock's going to take it.
What if we do what Vince has been scared to do? And to be quite honest, I understand why Vince was scared to do it. I do. We all do. We all understand why Vince didn't do it. Merchandise.
Completely Cena's your moneymaker. That's it. Cena is your moneymaker. He still is.
That's why I feel as though Vince should have still pulled the trigger in some way, shape, or form.
Vince wouldn't have. That's why he didn't pull the trigger with Hogan going heel. He literally treated Cena
but yeah, you can
like
pull
it was Hogan.
See, that's what grinds my goddamn gears right there. You ain't gonna pull the trigger with racist ass Hogan. Fuck Hogan. You ain't gonna pull the trigger with motherfucking Cena, but yet you pull a motherfucking trigger with motherfucking Austin at WrestleMania. You know, fuck you, Vince.
You know why? Because Austin made it believable. Austin made it believable, and at the same time, you needed with the Austin thing. The story wrote itself. You would have never pictured the guy who rebelled against his boss for so long that he ends up becoming friends with the enemy.
Shit.
You know? But
Vince
the
could have
thing
brought
is,
me back in. I may have been a young boy, but I would have known how to write Cena turning heel. Shit. I did it multiple times. Turn that motherfucker heel like a motherfucker. I ain't care. Good. Shit, I turned Rey Mysterio heel. Which, by the way, can he be the next one to turn heel before he retires?
no, I don't want the hooty hoo.
I do.
No, I'm good.
I do. Shit, I want him and Dom to be on that same tight time.
I'm good.
She will be lovely.
Hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo!
Hey, yo.
Make him say, Anyway.
Shit. And for the love of God, Triple H, please, please, please give Dominic Eddie's gangster lean. I'm sorry. That shit will be lit. It's about time I stepped in my gangster lean. It's about that time on. Like, come on. That song fits him perfectly. Especially
EJ,
once him
you're
and
falling
Finn
asleep. EJ is pulling a Jey Uso with the sunglasses. That's why he
I'm
put them on,
dead.
you little shit.
No, I was letting y'all get y'all grievances out before I even.
Oh,
get
yeah,
my 2
okay.
cents on.
Let's hear it from you then. Since you want to be all business side with this shit. Let's hear it from you then.
Okay.
You're bald just like The Rock, so let's hear it from you then. Come on.
I got hair, dumbass.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. I understand all y'all sides of the situation. Y'all pretty much answered every question that is imaginable as far as this whole situation. And the answers that y'all gave yourselves, Vince, Cena, Rock, Triple H. Four answers to every single question that y'all have in y'all brains. Now, let me break it down for you. Like you just said, Vince was scared to turn Cena heel.
Sure.
Who's the person that's going to convince Cena to turn heel?
The one who wasn't
Two
scared to do it.
people. 2 people. Rock, Hunter. Now, as far as creative, as far as the ending or the match in totality, it's funny how people blame The Rock for this, but if we go back to, I don't know, WrestleMania 27, who booked that match?
Vince.
Exactly.
Well,
So
I don't know.
So
You know what?
So
Hold
hold on.
I gotta fact check that.
The man was in control at the time. Now,
I mean,
the same frustrations y'all have for WrestleMania 27 is the same frustrations that everybody has for WrestleMania 41. The only difference is y'all see it's an easier target to blame it on Dwayne than it was to blame Vince.
I didn't blame The Rock for Mania 27.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying everybody else that's blaming The Rock. Now, I'm gonna go back to his comments. You can say he blamed Triple H. You can say that, but that's not what he was actually doing.
He said it without saying it in a way.
But here's the thing. So let's take this podcast for example, right?
Sure.
Let's just say let's say for example that I was to say, oh, I would do this, and this. Is that me throwing you under the bus, or is just me giving criticism on how I would do things?
I mean, it could
because at the end of the day, like you said, if you want to look at it creatively, Triple H is the be all end all as far as creative. Rock can have his input, but the final say so goes to Triple H. So can we really say that Rock was the final say so on the main event?
Sure.
You can't.
Yes, I can, because Triple H. I hear echo.
Someone's echo.
That's you.
Mm.
That's you, Juju. That's you, Juju. Turn that phone down, sir.
Never.
Anyway, you can blame The Rock because The Rock put the storyline. He presented the storyline. He presented Cena turning heel.
But who executed it?
Triple H had to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and he couldn't. Because The Rock had to step back. If
You just answered the question.
No. Triple H did what he had to do. It's not Triple H's fault that the main event went the way it went.
But you answered the question. The fact is that Triple H, like I said, is the be all end all to executing the thing. Now it could have been something between Triple H, John Cena, Cody, Rock, Travis, whoever. It could have been any type of communication between the two. And I'm not saying that it was the right call. I'm not saying it was the wrong call, but it was a call. Now,
So are you siding with The Rock on this?
I'm not siding with him. I'm explaining it. Now,
Because that's your daddy, son.
to capitalize on on the backlash situation. I mean, not the backlash situation, the elimination chamber situation.
Sure.
I get where you're coming from. At the end of the day, like you said, the dude, what's his name again?
Brian Gort.
No, not him. The Ari dude.
Oh,
Ari Emanuel.
Thank you. So he made the call to Rock, right?
Because apparently The Rock said tickets for Chamber were low. Low ticket sales.
Was that Rock saying it, or was that Ari saying it?
Ari made the call to The Rock, and The Rock admitted it on the Pat McAfee show.
So again, did Rock say it, or did Ari say it?
Okay, I get what he's saying. Rock just repeated what he was told you.
Because honestly, The Rock knows Triple H better than anybody. The Rock only moves when he's called.
I don't know about that one. You may not know better than Sean.
No, that's what I said. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying as far as outside of that, The Rock knows that Triple H can definitely book a show. The Rock knows that for sure. I'm pretty sure now. This could be a bias in me. I'm pretty sure Rock is not going to ruin what Triple H created.
So are you saying this could have been like a sabotage move?
It could have been. It could have been. But I'm not completely blaming it on Rock.
Saboteur.
Where it all stems from was the phone call. That's where it all stems from, is that exact phone call. Now, like I said, as far as the main event, is concerned, creatively, yes, it could have been better. Could you say Rock had his handprints on it? Maybe. I'm not going to say he didn't. I'm not going to say he did. But at the end of the day, The Rock saying that he's going to step back as the final boss, character-wise, is pretty much what we wanted as fans from the very beginning. We didn't want him there. People that wanted Cody didn't want him there. Now he's saying, "Oh, I'm going to step back." What's the problem?
Fans are fickle.
It's not.
That. And then on top of that, to your issue with the explanation, I'm going to explain it for the viewers. The main story outside of Rock being the final boss, first of all, Rock's heel turn happened with Roman, Seth, and Cody. That was explained last year. As far as this is concerned, it went from Rock to Cody to John Cena.
Serious.
And outside of the execution that happened at Elimination Chamber, it happened with Cody and John Cena. Rock is out of that.
I just back the shit on myself with them.
Come on with it, Pastor. Come on with it, Pastor.
And so, as far as the explanation, John Cena explained it without explaining it. You want to know why? Think back to the press conference. And then match it, and then match that with what Rock was saying to Cody. If you give me your soul, I'll make your dreams come true. Whatever you want, you can have. I'll make it happen. What did John Cena say at the press conference?
It'd be best for business that I win my 17th world championship.
And what did Rock do?
I'm that 17th world champion.
I mean, you're saying
again, and it also goes hand in hand with what Cena said. I'm going to ruin wrestling. And like I said, from my point, that main event, and I'm hearing that word from a lot of people. Oh, he ruined it. He ruined it. That's what Cena wanted. We may not like it. Again, we can say that match was dog shit. We don't like it. It's ruined. They ruined wrestling. Cena will literally, if Cena was in this podcast right now, he'd be like, well, that was the goal. I want y'all to sit here, be mad about that. Be mad that I ruined it. Be mad that I did it that way. Be mad that Travis Scott was in it. I told y'all I was going to ruin it, and I did it.
If Cena was in this podcast, he would have called this dysfunctional.
If Cena was in this podcast, he would have said, "That is a clickbait headline." He wouldn't even want to answer.
That or fine speech.
That or this.
Boom. There you go.
Like, so Cena, how did it feel to win the 17th world championship? Okay. All right.
I get your point. However,
that echo is killing.
I know, because someone's echoing. I don't know whose phone it is, but it's a massive echo. But the thing is with Cena, I understand you guys are saying, oh, it was already explained.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the case, why did The Rock, why did he have to wait 2 weeks before Chamber to present that storyline to Cody, of all people? Then he sits there and says, okay, we presented the greatest storyline. We literally had the greatest storyline with Cena turning heel. I'm sorry, you don't just start a story and then walk away from it.
Technically,
you put it in the hands of Cena and Cody. Take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Halfway through the build, it was all Cody. So how can you put it in the hands of Cena and Cody if Cena wasn't even there for half of it?
Okay.
And at the same time, leading into the main event, I get what Cena did. I get it. I called it as soon as the match started. The way he was slow pacing, the way he was purposely, going so methodical with his moves. I get it. He was trying to ruin wrestling. But to present it in the way you ended it, by begging Cody to not hit him. You made Cody look like a dumb fuck.
Yeah, that was his point.
The same
he even
Cody.
said that on the Chris Van Vliet show. He said, "I'll if I turn heel, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start begging, like, no, please don't hit me." And then I remember that, like when he started doing that, I'm like, I remember him saying that in the Chris Van Vliet interview that he said he would do some shit like that.
Now, I wouldn't say it made him look like a dumb fuck. However, think of. Okay.
No, I get why he's saying that. I get why he's saying that because the way, like, how Cody backed off of it and how he reacted to it. And then the way
that's all the thing that they do.
Yeah.
Let's take WrestleMania 17. Hold on. Let's take WrestleMania 17 for example, right?
Oh boy. You're not about to compare Austin Rock.
Hold on. No. Hold on. If Austin was to do the exact same thing that Cena did, how would you feel?
I mean, looking back at it, I mean, you can't say anything about that because it didn't happen that way.
No,
and
I'm
plus,
saying
WrestleMania
hypothetically.
17, 2001, I was like, what? 7? How the fuck do you think I was supposed to feel at 7 years old?
If here's what I'm saying. If Stone Cold was to do the exact same thing John Cena did, looking back, let's say that it happened, and the exact same thing happened with John Cena and Cody as The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin for WrestleMania 20, and the exact ending was the same, how would you feel?
Again, you can't compare the two. You can't.
No, I get what he's trying to do. I don't think he's trying to compare it.
No, I get what he's trying to ask here. But the way the ending of WrestleMania 17 went was the perfect ending.
Okay, let me word the question better. Stone Cold turning heel with Vince McMahon. How did you feel?
I mean, I was 7, but I booed it because.
Bingo.
But again, I understood it.
Bingo.
No,
that's
I
the come to Jesus.
As a kid. I was pissed off as a kid.
That's the come to Jesus moment compared to what happened at 41.
No, 41 was because they literally had to try their best to make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
And what happened at 17?
The man, 7. How are you trying to compare 17 to 41? That is not.
Are you trying to talk about what Austin was saying? I gotta beat you, Rock. I have to do everything I can to beat you.
The man.
Come on, Juju, you're getting close. You're getting close, Juju. You're getting close. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there, Juju. It's right there.
Okay, I'm starting to see the parallels.
Thank you. Thank you.
I get what he's saying.
Thank you.
I get what he's saying.
Thank you.
I may articulate it wrong, but I get what he's saying.
Come on, Juju. Come on.
All right. It definitely ended different, and we can't compare the two because it ended completely different. But what if Austin did the cowering? Because later in his heel career, later on down the line, while he was heel, he was doing the cowering stuff. I do remember
because
that
he
clearly.
just turned heel. That's he was learning the characteristics, not learning, but like he was getting used to the characteristics of being heel. That night, literally just turned heel on the biggest stage of all.
Mm-hmm.
Where Cena turned heel
a month before Mania. And what did he do?
He kicked him in the dick.
And after that, he showed up how many times? 3 shows. 3 or 4 shows.
Well, like you said, he had 36 appearances.
Who had to carry the feud?
He had 36 appearances.
Who had to carry the feud?
Me.
Cody.
I did. I carried it on my
back. What I'm trying to say, and I've been saying it the whole time, The Rock started the story and completely walked away from it. Because in his mind, Cena and Cody are brilliant. But in his response to Dave LaGreca, he said, me, Cena, Cody, and Bryan. No mention of Paul. So how do we know this whole time Triple H didn't write anything? It could have just been Brian Gerwitz writing the whole fucking thing. And we know Brian Gerwitz has had a lot of misses in his career.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
So
although some of the good stuff that he did write, Vince tore it up until he wrote a piece of shit. He said that.
Even with Rock saying that,
hold on.
Triple H threw him under the bus.
Like, think about it.
Anything, Rock protected him from getting backlash for that fucking main event anyway.
How the fuck is he protecting Triple H, dog?
He didn't. So literally, he just said the writers' room was who? Rock, Cody, John, Bryan. He didn't mention Triple H, so therefore he didn't throw Triple H under the bus.
Ooh. Sorry, I got sidetracked because we got a new safety on the Eagles.
Nice.
We got Gabe Taylor, who's the younger brother of Sean Taylor.
Oh.
Hey, we going back to back.
Who you get?
We got Gabe Taylor, who was the younger brother of former safety Sean Taylor.
Oh.
I know Redskins fans. I know Washington fans.
Younger brother of Sean Taylor?
The man is hurt right now.
Oh.
Howie is eating
right now because he out here robbing the bank.
Hey. And how we trust. And how we
Somebody get Howie right now because he out here robbing the bank right now.
He also says that Dallas Goedert is still a part of this team. Anyway, back to you were saying about that bald piece of shit.
Okay, so with Roxanne, the people in the writer's room, as far as the story or main event, whatever, I don't see it as him throwing Triple H under the bus. I don't. Based off of that. Because even if you take that and match it with what he was saying as far as I would have did something differently, again, if that's his execution, that's his self-criticism of doing something different.
Okay, it's kind of like
I can't say
like when
it's actually what he's trying to say, but that's what I'm getting out of it.
You know what? How I'm interpreting no, it's kind of like when after the game that the Eagles had against the Panthers, and they asked AJ what could we work on? He said passing. Everybody took that as him throwing Jalen under the bus, and he was like, "No, I wasn't. When I say passing, I mean that means all of us, me, Smitty, like all of us, the O-line, our passing game. I can get open more. Like so, I get what Nove's saying in that department. I get it.
But not to take, like I said, not to take away from what you're saying. I don't want to take anything away from that because what you're saying, it could be one thing. When I'm saying it could be another thing. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, everybody cannot blame The Rock. You can't. You just can't. Because everybody was doing the exact same thing last year, and look what the fuck happened. They put out a documentary, and he said, "Okay, I made the call." Sure.
Okay, but he also sat here and said, "Oh, I would have done it differently."
Exactly. So therefore,
then why couldn't you have done it differently?
Again. Listen to what you just said as far as the writer situation.
Look,
and
he
then
said
link
he
it
could
with
have done it
that.
differently. And then his excuse was, I didn't want to interfere in this year's Mania plans because apparently the talent were frustrated last year of how he interfered. He didn't interfere. He didn't. Because last year, the story needed The Rock. It did. It boosted Cody.
Mm-hmm.
This year, The Rock created a story. He says he could have done it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did he walk away? He put himself in a situation where he should have been involved. I'm not saying go out there every week. I'm not saying, in the build, go out there and do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could have explained yourself the Raw After Chamber with Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have waited till WrestleMania, pull the heist of the. You literally could have repeated McMahon Austin, but Cena was already here. You could have done it in a way where The Rock helped Cena win, or you could have done it in a way where you could have did a Vegas screw job. You could have done The Rock telling Cena to beat Cody and handing the title to The Rock. And The Rock could have used that as fuel to go after Roman and said, look, I did what you failed to do and bring the title back to the family. So many other routes. But this bald motherfucker said he could have done it differently. Please. I don't know how you're defending this dick, but like I get what you're saying. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit here and say, "Oh, Blaine goes on Triple H," motherfucker wasn't even like writing half this shit.
But that's the thing, though.
Okay. Let me put it this way. We're gonna throw back to ASW. Okay, let's do it that way, where you guys are more familiar. Okay. Say we'll go with gimmicks here. Say Amazing Ant, right? Shows up, makes a big return. Like I already did that. I show up. I sit here and I tell who's the head booker? Supernatural, right? So I go and tell him, look, this is what I want to do. I pull Juju, Angel at the time. I pull him in. I pull EJ in, and then I pull Gangsta X in at the time, or B-Boy Gangsta, from what I remember. I pull you guys in.
B-Boy gets all the bitches.
I pull you guys in, and I start the story as, first off, who's the babyface? Who was the babyface? Or who was known more as the heel? It was EJ, right? Exodus.
I'll take the heel role.
Okay. So you're like the big heel. You're the biggest heel in ASW right now. I'm gonna present it as B-Boy and Angel. They're gonna be feuding for the ASW World Title out of respect. Babyface versus babyface, brother versus brother type shit. Madness family. I come in and I
the only
said,
two members that matter. Yeah. Well, I said that out loud.
Oh shit! I said it. Well, I'm gonna book it like this. No. I'm gonna insert Exodus Jones. Why? Because I want to. Because I want him to be my champion. Right? I insert you in the triple threat. You have 4 weeks to build it to All-Star Mania, which is your big show. 4 weeks.
So you're telling Exodus Jones to go booty?
No. I'm putting Exodus Jones in the match, right? Because I want him to be my champion. I want him to rule ASW, right?
Sorry,
I throw him in the match. I throw him in the match, right?
Tommy.
And you know what I do? I tell Drew, Supernatural, I'm out. Take care of it. I just started you a story that would have involved me, but I'm out. How would you feel?
That's what happened.
Thank you.
But
no, literally,
no. Now hold on. There's one thing you're missing out of that.
Oh, for fuck.
If you trust me to build the story,
I'm not saying you.
Right? You're saying
I gave it to the hands of Supernatural.
Okay. So if you put it into the hands of Supernatural, you say you're out. Okay. So that means.
But you have to think about this. You're in the triple threat. I give it to the hands of Supernatural to write it. Sorry, guys. I give him all the reins, the story. I said, here, I started your story that people would think would involve me because I brought you in. I'm just an outsider returning and not wrestling. It would get people thinking, is he going to help him win the world title? Is he going to interfere? Is he going to come in and give a bunch of Germans to everybody? No. It's going to get people thinking, where is he? Where is he? Why is Exodus Jones in the match? What did he deserve to be this man's champion? Why? And you guys did not explain it once because of Supernatural? Because I gave him the reins? And then the match comes, right? Put it this way: the match comes with the three of you. It ends up to be a shit show like Cody Cena, and then people think I'm going to interfere, and here comes Saint. Saint interferes, attacks these two. You're the champion, right? But the one looming question
is where are you?
So, do you see my point?
No, I seen your point.
Okay, so how do you feel?
I seen your point.
If you're a fan of AEW, how would you feel?
I mean, yeah, you'll be disappointed.
And you two can put your input. Who would you put the blame on?
Look, I'll be honest. If I was a fan, I'd be used to the shits. Because that's literally what happened a lot.
But you being in the match, who would you blame for that booking idea?
Oh, I know who I blame because it happened to me. I got put in a fatal four-way.
Take your personal feelings out. I get you getting. I understand you getting PTSD.
So all right.
Okay.
I'll put it to you like this.
Who would you blame for that booking decision?
You.
Thank you. You see my fucking point.
I'm blaming everybody.
Hold on. I'm not saying you didn't have a point. This is what I'm saying. You see
where I'm coming from.
I see what you're no.
He sees what you're saying, and what he's saying is, if there was a different scenario that had the same, same bullshit that happened, like how it happened with Cena and Cody. He sees what you're trying to say. Basically, what he's saying is, if there was a different match that basically had the same scenario, and the person that was in charge of that story dipped off on the story, and as you said, tried to throw Triple H under the bus or whatever, but he basically, in his own words, said he backed out of the story to basically try to give them the spotlight. So he's seeing it from both perspectives, from what you're saying and from what he's saying.
Oh, and I get what The Rock's saying, not really. But with him saying, I'm stepping back. I'm stepping back and giving them the spotlight. Do you know what damage it did?
Right, he was a crucial part.
Yeah, he was a major crucial part in that story.
The Cena-Cody feud leading into Mania, that one light bulb was still not turned on. That one question kept looming for weeks.
Where is Rock? Right.
Listen.
I'm going to step back, give them the spotlight.
That match get me pregnant?
Right. No.
It did.
God, this man.
WrestleMania 27 didn't get me pregnant.
Okay.
That match got me pregnant, though.
Okay.
You have the power to mute him if you want. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm making this man frustrated.
Oh, God. I'm getting the fucking Jay Uso right now.
Hey, you know what I say? Stress J. The best shit.
Okay, listen here, goosefucker.
Oh my god.
Listen here, okay. Pickle dick. Listen. So with the question being Cena and Cody, okay, cool. I'm gonna step away from the spotlight. Motherfucker, you are the spotlight. You started it since Bad Blood.
To a degree.
You also questioned it in the Crown Jewel review. Where's the Rock? Where's the Rock?
So, yes, I questioned it. Definitely. Now, we talked about the window that he had as far as explaining anything. He missed that window by a margin.
Right. He shows up on Netflix, becomes a corporate shill, and then is all buddy with Cody, and then the next day on NXT, the final boss is 20 steps ahead. Motherfucker, you didn't come up with a story until 2 weeks before Chamber.
But wait. This is the thing you're missing.
But
why do you think Rob did that?
What? Because he knew Cena was going heel the whole time?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. But
motherfucker, Cena didn't even know he was going heel until like 2 weeks before Chamber.
That's and that's the thing. Rock being at the Netflix thing, doing exactly what he did to Cody, kind of, sort of, almost matches what he did on that SmackDown. As far as give me your soul.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
The Rock literally embarrassed himself by hugging Cody, sharing Terramana with him, and everything's okay. And then the next night on NXT, shut your mouth, enjoy the ride the Rock's taking you on. What the fuck?
I can't. Listen, as far as the NXT thing, I didn't agree with it, but I'm just focusing on the Netflix thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. In my point of view, hold on. In my point of view, is Cody. If I was in a feud with somebody that purposely and continuously whipped my ass with a weighted belt, talk shit about my mama and my daddy, oh nigga, we gonna win up every day.
Hold on, but hold on, Haas. You're low key proving my point, and I'm gonna explain why. The same person that did all of that to you, right? And wants you as his champion, and you gave the exact same answer to said person, go fuck yourself. Prior to that, he's doing everything he's saying that matches up to this very moment. As far as the Instagram, as far as the Raw and Netflix. Exactly. That matches to what he said last year.
No, I'm just saying if I was in Cody's shoes, like
I get what you're saying.
Like I see you guys every day. Wobble up my.
We wasted enough time talking about this. We need to talk about that staying in the living, man. We gotta go through all this shit because we gotta touch up on Raw after Mania. You gotta touch up on that SmackDown after Mania. I want to start with that thing. We gonna change the vibe. We gonna change the mood. Let's start with that stand.
You see him turn red. He turned red, low key. I ain't gonna
that's the first time I see the moderator frustrated. Y'all had him big. That's about to ask him for the orange now. He's about to know. He's really about to turn into KO for real.
Standing in the middle, y'all.
He was really about to turn into KO for real. He was about to cut a whole promo.
He about to knock somebody's head off.
Stand and deliver for the weekend. We know that.
Let's review this thing, shall we?
Oh God.
Because we already said it earlier. Stand and deliver was, oh my gosh. Listen, ladies and gentlemen that's listening to this podcast.
I just have one word to say about Stand and Deliver. Thanks to Booker T.
Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and fans of this podcast, believe me when I tell you that if you were a fan of the NXT TakeOver days, and look in my eyes when I tell y'all this, y'all were the fan of the NXT TakeOver era days, Stand and Deliver was that.
I've been binge watching NXT TakeOver since yesterday.
Same. Ever since I heard Aleister Black's theme.
So I started all the way from Arrival.
Yeah.
Like anyway, Bo Dallas NXT champion NXT.
I binge watch like here to there, and I stop as soon as I get to like 36, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. This sucks.
He said, I'm done.
This TakeOver wasn't TakeOver anymore at that point.
But like, Stand and Deliver. Okay, this way, Stand and Deliver made me rock hard. And then
it made me
night one, I was flaccid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Stand and Deliver stole the whole show, stole the whole weekend.
Listen, like I said,
what was night one of
Stand and Deliver?
I'm gonna put it this way: one type of match stole the whole weekend. Fucking triple threat.
Yeah, it did.
Triple threat, Stand and Deliver, banger. Triple threat main event, banger. Triple threat opener, banger. All three matches are now candidates for match of the year.
I said it in our little group text, and I'm gonna say it right here live. To be quite honest, Stand and Deliver, that whole shit was matching. Like,
first off, I just got one question. When the fuck did Trick Williams start hitting backflips like that?
Hey, look, Lash put it on him the night before.
And landed it, bro. I was like,
Lash put that ass on him the night before.
EJ wishes.
First off, that man he hit that backflip, landed, and looked and started aura farming. He says,
Listen.
So
started aura farming like
the ladder match for the North American Women's Championship, banger. Tag team title match, especially because Fraxium lost, banger.
No, it's not even
he's happy about that.
For me, honestly,
He's happy about that.
for me, honestly, that tag team title match, honestly, that was a proving ground for Hank and Tank for real.
Yeah.
Because let's think about it. They are supposed to be where the heavy machinery is supposed to be.
Thank you.
Hank Walker is supposed to be what Tucker Knight is. The only difference is Tucker Knight is more agile. If we compare both of them, Tucker Knight will be over Hank Walker with athleticism. Otis and
Tank.
fucking Tank Ledger. Literally the same personality. The only difference is Hank's a little smaller. That's about it. But athleticism-wise, they both are damn near on the same level of athleticism.
Yeah.
Granted, Otis can't do like the springboards and shit like that. But Otis, for his size, he can move in that fucking ring.
And that's the thing. Like, it's that's what heavy machinery was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
But Vince went ahead and ruined that because of fucking Mandy Rose.
Because the simple fact they even held the NXT tag team title?
No.
There we go.
Never had the NXT tag titles. Never held the Smackdown tag titles. Otis was Money in the Bank, but then dropped it to the Miz.
Which was a bullshit. In my opinion, but go off.
I feel like that Money in the Bank was a mistake.
Honestly, I think Fraxium did Hank and Tank definitely a huge solid giving them that dub.
I'm telling you, they would have retained. I would have pulled my motherfucking hair out. Like,
no, not even that. They would have retained. There's no other tag team in NXT to take them down. We're not going to get started on Dark State because what are they even doing with them right now? They're nothing but they're like a mixture between Retribution and the Shield.
Yep.
They're doing nothing.
Heavy on the Shield part.
Heavy on the Shield part.
Especially with the gear. Like, come on now.
It's just trash.
Can we first off, let's talk about the biggest nigga in the group. Why he that big and why he got wear the Speedos? He's too big to be wearing them Speedos, bro. I would have put him in the Long Boys or something, but not the Speedos. Fuck on him.
He going on one time for the
what's his name? Saquon Sugars?
Yeah.
First off, the motherfucker wears his singlet underneath his armpit like he's a Big Show or some shit. First off, bro, that don't work. First off, that don't work for a motherfucker your size.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that's the next match I was about to talk about.
The whole fake t-shirt bandana thing around your head, like, bro, take that shit off.
And then you got Dion Lennox.
Listen,
that's the one member that confuses me. How you come into NXT as this intelligent, pretty boy that's supposed to be doing right, supposed to stand up for the ladies and shit like that, and now you running around with three other motherfuckers jumping people?
It's because he couldn't get enough ass.
Yeet.
He had to be a bad boy.
He's doing it for the aunties.
And then let's talk about the whole like breaking point. The name is Dark State. 3 members are black guys. And then there's one white guy.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Wait, what Christian say in Survivor Series? Wait, what Christian say in Survivor Series? Team Kofi Kingston looking for a fight. 4 of us is black and 1 of us is white.
What's up?
He
started cooking, so I'm gonna let them simmer a little bit.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna hold that match that they had with the end.
I need them to find a different finisher. That's all I'm saying. I need them to find a different finisher.
Yeah,
because that jumping, throwing power bomb,
I'm offended by their finisher.
No, that jumping, throwing power bomb shit they doing, they gonna fuck somebody up with that shit one day. Let alone fuck one of themselves up. Especially coming off the middle rope, trying to deliver the power bomb, you gonna fuck your arm up. Especially the way Bo is doing it.
That or you gonna land dick first on the boot.
Yikes!
Don't want that.
Yikes!
It's going to happen, especially with the way they. He gonna learn. He gonna go for the power bomb. They gonna do it, and then he gonna land. He gonna accidentally land on the bull foot. He gonna be like, shit, I got low blow.
Like it's already
nigga, you land
cool
big foot.
that they toss the bull up in the air and then power bomb him. But to have the other bull come off from the middle rope or the top rope trying to do the final part of the power bomb, bro, stop doing it. At least come off with like a leg drop, a splash. Like
You got
that'll work.
stats betraying Tony D.
First off, can we talk about the promo on NXT afterwards? Like, Luke set himself up going out there by himself.
He did.
He said, "Why do you think I invited you out here?" This motherfucker looked around and said, "Oh, fuck." First off, if you know you're in a mafia type of storyline and you're meeting somewhere with the traitors, don't go into no fucking like area that's like secluded. Because at that point, you just asking for your life to get taken. You already dug your own ditch for him.
Yeah, you just did it yourself.
You just literally went out there out of anger because he turned on y'all. Not even paying attention to the fact, wait, this is set up. He about to whack me.
Whack.
And then we had that
for
beautiful fatal 4-way matchup. We gonna do it.
First
I'm
off,
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I thought Shylock was gonna lose that.
We gonna do it up.
First off, it was the fact that she kept looking at Booker every time she did it.
She did.
Every time she kept looking at Booker.
Yeah.
And what's worse, he had the crowd doing it.
Yeah.
No, the video from somebody live there was hilarious because that final that I was doing, he literally held that shit, and if somebody paying the camera over to him, he locked eyes with him. He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, dog.
Booker,
What killed me
man.
was this motherfucker saying, "Do it one more time for my wife in the back of me. Do it one more time."
Dog.
And Charmel was loving this shit. I'm like, bro.
First off, Booker is a national treasure for NXT, yo. Like I
mean, listen.
Find out.
Charmel's a Nitro girl. All Nitro girls are freaks. If you know, you know.
Listen.
And I would know.
What's her name say? He said, Booker, I want to have sex with your wife. Not just normal sex. I want to have gutter sex.
No, Kurt was so uncomfortable saying that shit.
He said, I want to have bestiality sex with her. Like, bro, what?
Kurt was so uncomfortable saying that shit. Thank God back in the day, nobody knew what the fuck that really meant.
No, not at all.
That shit would have been said in today's generation.
Listen,
Cancel immediately.
Shout out to Charmel for taking it like
what
a
he
G,
said
though.
about the Rey Mysterio promo. I'm a grown ass man who loves to play with little boys. No, wait, no, that's not what I mean. I'm like, nah, nigga, you said what you said.
You said it.
Just like when Hogan was like, I was just the right dude, the right gay. I'm like, nah, nigga, you said that. You said that, Oops. You said
that.
Whoa.
That was hilarious.
You can't say the N-word and mention Hogan. That's going to trigger him. You can't say that.
Fuck that nigga.
Hey,
Hogan, go see Sinners. I dare you.
I hear a lot of good things about that movie.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
By the guy who made Black Panther, and he's got Michael B. Jordan.
I was specifically talking for Haley Steinfeld, but yeah. I was talking about Josh Allen's wife, but yeah.
Shamik Moore gonna have a heart attack.
He's probably already dead.
First off, this is the reason why I'm putting on the Spider-Verse. Fuck him.
Oh yeah, but Beyond the Spider-Verse ain't coming out till like 2028. Fuck that shit.
No, 2027.
Well, even fuck that shit. We're like too late.
But no, that's my problem with that. How are we getting a full Tom Holland movie before we got the fucking final part of Shamik Moore's Spider-Man? Because he wanted to be out here trying to be trying to be fucking
bump all that. Toby Maguire.
Well, that's because Shanique Moore was simping over someone he clearly couldn't get.
Dickhead.
And the fucking writer. So it's his fault and the writer. So you dumbass motherfucker talking about we don't know how to finish it. How the fuck you don't know how to finish it?
You wrote it in the first part.
Make that nigga crash out.
You literally have everything you need for the second part from the first movie.
I don't need you, Gwen. I don't need you.
They need to go save Brown. They need to go stop the spot. So what the fuck do y'all need? And Shanique Moore. Do we need to put you in a fucking fucking what the fuck is that? The crazy jackets and shit?
No.
That nigga need to beat his meat before every recording and he be cool.
No, they should put in the NPC Miles Morales. If you know, you know.
I'm dead.
Anyway, I'm Miles Morales. Anyway, Stand and Deliver. I agree with EJ. I literally thought Stephanie McMahon was going to lose that match. I was way off. I legit thought.
I did too. I thought Julia was going to take the title back.
No. I was way off in a point because I thought they were actually going to give Jada Parker the moment. No, but you would. That's when you would have Jordan, Stephanie, and Julia all called up.
Mm-hmm.
But Stephanie won, and then shut up.
Jordan don't want to go up yet.
I think they're going to wait till the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Which was like 2 weeks, I think, or after.
Is either I was about to say, or after another major event because they always do that shit.
Probably after Backlash.
Somebody said Backlash going slap this year because they brought back the design from 2016.
Wait, what? Oh, the logo?
And the poster and shit. I'm like, you know what? I ain't mad at that thought because that Backlash was actually lit. 2016 Backlash was fucking lit. I ain't gonna hold. But at any rate, back to WrestleMania weekend.
Stand and Deliver. It finished off with the main event, the triple threat. Fan fucking tastic. Oba Femi is the king of triple threats.
For a split second, I thought
Jamal was gonna get it.
Yeah, he had.
He came so close.
Especially
with Jamal was gonna get it.
Yo, especially with Vic Joseph on the call, like, do it for your grandma. Like, ooh, they gave me chills. I was like,
by the way, before I'm gonna further explain it once we get to SmackDown after Mania, but what's the gentleman names that called Joe Tessitore? Brother,
Joe Tessitore.
The next time someone returns, I'm gonna need you to have more energy. We're gonna get more into that when we get to there.
Okay, so
I was gonna say, can we talk about that now? Because I might have to dip in a few minutes.
What? What do you mean?
Family situation.
Asshole.
All right, well, we'll speed through WrestleMania.
No, speed through it. I was saying let's get to that part so I could put my 2 cents on that.
All right, well, let's talk about Joe Testicle. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Before you go, Juju, I wanted to punch Joe Testicle so hard. I'm like, if you don't put some damn, do you not know who this man is?
Are we talking about Aleister Black?
Yeah. You dick. Oh, but you popped for Zelina.
I was disappointed in Texas last night.
Because when the music dropped, I heard, on TV, and as he's coming down, here you go. Aleister Black is back in the... Bro, what the fuck? And Wade comes right behind him with the excitement, and I'm like, thank you, Wade.
But
Joe, this is how it needs to be done.
And I said this in the group chat this is what I meant by the crowd disappointed me. They was up and down with the return. They popped twice.
Yeah.
The music, the entrance, and after that it was dead silent.
I mean, they popped a bit for the Black Mass.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said. So that's what I meant by no pop, because it was just sporadic. It wasn't as all right. So you know how Nakamura came to SmackDown and that pop was like
astronomical.
That didn't match what Alistair had this year.
I think it's because one,
it got spoiled. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, it was the worst kept secret, but the vignettes did help. It was supposed to help. At the same time, he's been gone for like what, 3-4 years. He's been gone. We're now used to the casual fans that watch this shit that don't understand who Aleister Black was.
No, man.
No, man, I heard that theme, and the first word that dead ass. I heard the theme, and the first words that came out of my mouth was "Deaf Rebels, stay the fuck away."
Yes.
Yep.
Because you already ruined Rebel Heart for me. You are not going to ruin this for me. No. If this man comes out next week, one-on-one with The Miz, and you hear some generic bullshit guitar, I'm turning that shit off. I quit.
No, I'm going to find where they at, and I'm going to knuckle them one by one.
Squabble up.
And I'm telling you, going to change your back, or I'm going to fuck you up.
Calm down.
No.
You know what?
Listen, I'm putting my foot in their ass, and I'm going to wear them like slippers.
When we agreed that The Miz is about to go get black masked,
yes,
I legitimately thought someone else was going to come out and not Aleister Black.
Who?
The man who stole WrestleMania weekend.
Yeet.
And the man who showed up on NXT and called Trick Williams a bitch. That would have been hilarious if he came out after The Miz said an internet meme and all that shit. He said his name. I feel like Aleister Black would have came out like, I don't know. I don't know how you would get him out there.
Yeah, it'll be impossible at this point.
I mean, do I think it's a good idea for his first match to be a Miz? Sure, it's a safe choice. Because The Miz is safe. Now, if you're going to give me a feud with Aleister and Carmelo, okay. But if it's just Aleister and The Miz and then no payoff, please give him something ASAP. Like, give me Aleister and Jacob Fatu right now.
Oh, that's too soon.
No, now. I want it now.
Wait, Aleister who?
Jacob Fatu, give me it now.
No, I need that Jacob.
Would you want to blow a load that fast?
I would blow my load so fast.
I need that Jacob and Solo.
I put it to you like this. I agree with the match. However,
I would. Oof.
Give it to. Not at SummerSlam.
WrestleMania. Money in the Bank. Honestly, put Aleister in Money in the Bank. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, the booking is endless.
When is their Australia show?
Oh, that's not until like September, October.
September. Okay.
He's not even from Australia.
Shiloh to Houston.
No, I'm saying. I'm trying to think of a PLE that's like closer. That could be like a big stage.
Money in the Bank. There's also Survivor Series coming up.
If they do another show over, I'll put it on that show.
Like Crown Jewel.
Yeah, but not that far out though.
I don't know if they're gonna do a one in the summer. I'm not sure.
Because
What about Night of
they did
Champions?
like
Night of
hella
Champions. But I
PLEs
don't,
over. Yeah, like a Night of Champions. Yeah, I do that like a Night of Champions.
but I don't think that's gonna be at the at Saudi. I don't
Like
think.
okay.
Because Saudi's getting Crown Jewel, and then they got the Rumble next year.
Oh shit, that is next year.
Yeah. Did he leave? I had to bring him back in.
I don't know.
So that was him. Yeah, that was him.
I don't know what the fuck
You
happened.
buffoon.
I literally just pulled down my notification bar to read the tweet that I seen.
But you
And I pulled
fixed
the
the
shit
echo.
back up and I was gone.
You buffoon.
You fixed the echo, so good job.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, apparently Shiloh Sanders got drafted to Houston.
Who cares?
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, Shiloh to Houston. Which, by the way, not to get off subject, can I just say to the general manager, whoever said what they said about Shador, you fucked up his draft, man, and that was not cool. He was a first round pick, and it should have been no way in hell he dropped to day 3.
All right, we're gonna have this conversation.
It should have been no way in hell he dropped to day 3.
Clash in Paris in August.
There you go, Clash in Paris.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
That. Oh, Chambers done.
And then SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah, in fact. Yeah, give me that match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, with pause on the wrestling with Shador, we're gonna have this conversation. This is coming from the NFL, the same NFL that ruined Cam Ward's moment. So let's talk about it. Shador Sanders, look, talented, fucking talented.
Very.
Oh,
the reason why he dropped,
right?
the reason why he dropped is because he's cocky as shit. The man had his own private draft room, something like that, dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much got cocky throughout the whole scouting combine.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, there were a few coaches literally sat there and said Shador Sanders actually sucks. So that didn't help his credibility. On the same topic, Deion Sanders hyped this kid so fucking much. I get it. That's your son. Hype him up. Give him the fucking jersey retirement at your college. Cool. But for him to drop to the 5th round and get drafted to Cleveland, which is already a quarterback factory at this point, because they already drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round before Shador. And then I'm hearing a report that the Eagles were wanting Shador Sanders, but
we were looking at him.
But we ended up getting Kyle McCord, which I'm okay with.
Yep.
But
which word from the word, apparently he's pretty good. Somebody who's in the Philadelphia Eagles fan group, they said he was from Syracuse. They said they're Eagles fans. They're also Syracuse fans. Yeah. So they see how Buddy play, and he's pretty good. So I'm like, all right.
Look, all Howie did was boost our defense and our O-line.
That's it.
We don't need receivers.
Let's be real. When the fuck are we ever going to lose Jalen?
Never.
Exactly. So we kind of a quarterback factory our damn selves. We're just like, all right, you can motion on your way.
No, but
y'all got him locked for what, 5 years, right?
Jalen and Tanner is hurt.
We got Jalen for it's like 4 or 5 years, yeah. And then we got Tanner McKee back up.
Get extended again.
Yeah, Tanner McKee, perfect backup. I'm good with that.
Perfect.
And then Kyle McCord. But with Shador, I respect the kid. Cool.
Yeah.
Talented, hell of a player. But his cockiness got in the way. And I can look. I'm not gonna defend the people that think it's a whole racist thing. Like Stephen A. Smith sitting here saying it's like another Colin Kaepernick situation. Okay. First off,
I wouldn't go that far.
No, first off, no, it's not.
Exactly.
The first pick of the draft was a black quarterback. Someone who was better than Shedeur, in my opinion.
Very.
But I don't see all these fucking people getting hyped up over Cam Ward and people getting angry at the fact that when Cam Ward got drafted, the attention immediately got taken away because they decided to show Shedeur Sanders highlights.
Yeah.
That's fucked up on Cam Ward. The guy literally had his moment and had a number given to him by Warren Moon. But you go ahead and play Shedeur Sanders highlights. Go ahead. Give me the outrage. Give me the fake outrage. Go right ahead. His cockiness.
I was about to get on that too. I'm glad you brought that up. Because I damn sure was about to get on that. Because as much as I'm it's like, damn, it's fucked up that he had to drop all the way to day 3. I wanted to touch on that. That man had a moment, like you said, got drafted number 1.
Yes.
Everybody else that y'all drafted, y'all showed their proper highlights, but y'all put the camera right on Shedeur and then start showing Shedeur highlights. Like, what are we doing? And then y'all wanted to show his highlights before he got, did the walk down the tunnel. As a matter of fact, they had to show his walk down the tunnel twice.
Like why?
Because he walked down the tunnel. They showed the Shedeur Sanders highlights. Then it was like, oh shit, we fucked up. Go to his highlights. Then they showed his highlights and then showed him walking back down the tunnel. Like, that's not cool.
It's not this kid's moment. You like Cam Ward, literally arguably the best player in the whole draft.
Y'all better make sure he got some fucking weapons around him because he's not going to be. I don't want him to be what I like to call now the Bryce Young effect. Very talented quarterback.
No. Bryce Young's getting better. Bryce Young's getting better. I would say
because what I'm saying is very talented quarterback, but you got drafted to a team that lately ain't had his former glory.
Yeah, but now they have a couple weapons. Sure.
Yeah.
But Bryce Young's finally caught his stride. He now can play with the big boys. He was just on it. I think it was just nerves. Like he couldn't. But we seen him after, like later in the season, he started to pick up. He started to be that dude. So I think he's going to be fine next year. I think Cam Ward will be fine if they can get the weapons around him. If they can get the weapons around him, he'll be a much better quarterback than Will Levis. That's for fucking sure. I don't think we do. If we do, we're smoking them. So anyway.
No, you know who I want to see? I want to see that new cowgirl.
What?
Buddy that got drafted to the Cowgirls talking about, I want to face up against Jordan Carter and shut his bully ass up and make him my bitch. Excuse me?
Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter?
You talk
about Jalen Carter?
Buddy said he gonna make Jalen Carter his bitch.
Excuse me?
And the reason why I said his name wrong is because he literally said his name wrong and then had to fix himself.
Jalen Carter will smack the shit out you.
You feel me? I'm like, hold on. Is he all right, youngin?
Like, does he understand that Jalen Carter just likes to smack people just for the fuck of it? And then get penalized for it?
New York sure do love our Penn State players.
They do. They got fucking Abdul Carter. Dog, give it a year. Give it a year. We get Abdul Carter. Give it a year.
It's just like that old video where Buddy was trying to let the cat out the shop. I'm gonna get you out of there. Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of there. That's literally how we was doing with Abdul Carter. Because I promise you, like when he got drafted to the Giants, I was hurt. I was like, no.
What I don't get is the teams that have a quarterback, a backup quarterback that they spent money on. Why draft another quarterback? You picked up Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, and you draft another quarterback. Why?
That's what baffled me.
Like,
I don't know, but with that being said, I gotta go, guys. I'll see y'all.
Yay!
On the other side.
Yeah. Eat your nipples. All right. So, yeah, he. I think he left. So, and another thing that baffled me about Cleveland, they fucked up by not getting Travis Hunter.
Definitely.
They fucking traded their pick and did not get Travis Hunter. They literally could have had a situation.
Jaguar.
Yeah, goodbye, Trevor Lawrence. I'm just saying.
First off, can we talk about why the fuck was Lil Wayne there at his joint?
Because he's a Green Bay Packers fan. The draft
That's
was in
what I'm
Green.
saying.
Yeah, the draft was in Green Bay.
Travis got drafted to the Jaguars, so why the fuck was Lil Wayne sitting with him when he got drafted?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Like he's sitting there cheesing with him, man. I'm like, Wizzy, ain't you a Packers fan? Ain't you a G's? What the fuck are you doing there? And then you wonder why they didn't give you the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Listen,
You're not even a fan of your own home
I'm gonna
state.
keep it a buck. I used to respect Weezy as a Packers fan, but now as a Packers fan, because his team want to ban our fucking tush push, fuck him. I literally was telling Ash yesterday, like on day one of the draft, every team that's not the Eagles, and if I like that player from college and they get drafted to them, it's fuck them now. It's up and it's stuck. Like when Abdul Carter got drafted to the Giants, I was like, damn, this shit a hurt piece. And Ash was like, no, he was from Penn State. I'm like, I know, but guess what? She was like, what? I said, it's fuck him now. Until he come on the team, it's fuck him now. I'm sorry. That's what it's gonna be. That's how it is, and that's what it's gonna be. It's fuck him now. You feel me? Like that's how we are. Until how we bring him home. That's how it is. At least we got one homegrown motherfucker. He said, "Yo, I'm coming home," even though he's from South Jersey. But I'll allow it.
I'm just. I'm sorry. I just this. I don't want to hear people say shit about Shedeur Sanders. I'm sorry.
Nothing at all. Zilch, nada. Like,
wait, where did you say Shiloh went?
Huh?
Where did you say Shiloh Sanders went?
Houston.
Apparently, he went to Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Damn.
Undrafted free agent.
I guess that's what CD wanted, but he didn't get his wish.
Bum. Fucking bum.
Apparently, Josh Davis and Thomas Mott, who do their YouTube shows, they know the reason why he had to be traded, but they're just not saying it.
Of course.
And they said once we, the fans, hear it, it's going to be something that's like, oh, okay, I can see why he needed to be traded. There's nothing like detrimental, like bad, but it was just like, oh, okay. He needed to be traded.
I mean, I thought it was because of an age thing, but whatever.
No.
Because if you realize our oldest player on defense is 27.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is in their early 20s. Howie Roseman is a fucking genius.
Listen.
He knows these old timers can't hang.
Listen. We going back to back.
Back to back.
I was telling folks, like, listen, if in the event it is a three-peat that happens, y'all better hope and pray it don't be a three-peat, because then y'all can't tell us nothing. Dallas fans, y'all can't talk shit. No franchise talk any shit on the Philadelphia Eagles if that were to happen. I'm
telling you right now, if we go back to back, Philadelphia's not seeing the light of day. Like, I legitimately think if we go back to back, the fans are going to burn Philadelphia to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, no more Wawas, no more Sheetses, no more fucking Center City. It's going to be burned to the ground.
Shit, they already closing down the Wawas up here.
I know. I've noticed they closed down a lot of Wawas as of late. What's going on? Why are you pissing me off? Why is Philadelphia pissing me off?
They better stop. Stab them. Because if I see a Sheets in this motherfucker, I'm going right in there. Like, yo, who the fuck think y'all can be here? I'll knuckle y'all right now.
People that I'm cool with are turning into Sheets fans and not Wawa fans, and it's pissing me off.
Nope.
Like, excuse me?
Sheets is, I'm sorry, I had Sheets before. Compared to Wawa, that shit is ass.
No, dog. I no. Do not touch my precious Wawa. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
That stays. Like if I want to come home and visit, I'm taking my ass down to South Philly near Columbus Boulevard to get a Wawa, and it's right there. I don't want to see that shit shut down. Nothing.
I'm glad I can just go up Marshall Road right there on 69th Street. That joint right there. I'm good.
Anyway, back to WrestleMania. Night 1. Jay and Gunther did it their thing. I just hated the finish. I hated it.
I ain't mind it.
I get it. People are trying to compare how Ilya Dragunov choked out Gunther, and it's actually Gunther's weakness if you fucking choke him out. But at the same time, it was just weak. It was weak. He should have just gave him the 3 or 4 splashes and pinned him. That's it. You had it right there. And then the tag match, that was unfortunately my piss break match. I didn't.
No,
even care.
honestly, that could have been. That could
have been literally like the Raw before Mania. That like that shit
Listen,
was ass.
I muted that match. Okay.
It was ass.
And
honestly, I feel like the New Day shouldn't have won that match.
that's 1. 2. Matter of fact, no, that's 2. 3. What the fuck? Number 1, why was this match on Wrestle fucking Mania? That is my biggest takeaway from that one. Fuck all that. Why was this match on Mania?
Not
New
even
Day,
just
y'all
that.
had one job.
Not even just that.
Y'all had
Why was
one
it on
fucking job.
Mania? Why was it on Mania, and why didn't it have a stipulation?
That I don't know.
Listen. I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna say it for me, because we already discussed on our prediction show. This was like a glorified Raw and SmackDown show. In my opinion, New Day, War Raiders, y'all had one job. Make me feel like this was not a match that had to take place on Raw. Make me understand why that this took place at WrestleMania, and they failed.
We literally got the same match that they had on Raw.
Exactly. I'm expecting some big spots, because it's Mania. You know what I'm saying? Some grand. No, same shit I can see on Raw, SmackDown.
I think it's because the New Day, the New Day, never won at WrestleMania. I don't think, and no. I think the reason why they put them on the card was, okay, you're embracing this heel run. Let's put the icing on the cake. Let's have you win WrestleMania for the first time as a team and put the titles on you. Let's see what we could do. Now, as far as that goes, where the fuck do you go with the New Day? Alpha Academy? Yeah, right.
Listen, I'm going to say this with all sincerity, and I know y'all not going to agree with me. You feel me? And that's okay, because I know that I'll just be crazy. But I'd rather sit through Jey Uso's whole world title reign for him to drop it just to reunite with his brother Jimmy Uso to become the tag team champions again and watch that reign, just to not sit through a New Day tag team title reign. I'm so serious on that one. No, because like you said, where do you go? Shit. Better yet, instead of that, I'd rather, and this is where I'm going crazy, I'd rather see a Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa tag team title run again than see the New Day. I'm sorry, like,
hey, dude, that's the GOAT, Tonga Loa. You got
don't fuck with my GOAT.
And the reason why I'm feeling that way is literally what you said. Where do you go with this tag team title? Like, honestly, what do y'all want to do? Because
that's the looming question for majority of the matches on this card. Where the fuck do you go from here? Jey Uso, it seems like they have something there because I think Sami Zayn might be turning heel.
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm. Come on.
That stare had me thinking.
First things first,
like
ladies and gentlemen.
I felt like if Jimmy didn't come out there, Sammy would have pulled the trigger.
Listen, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers who look at this on YouTube, those that's listening on Spotify, we're not the ones that's going to insult your intelligence. The three of us, including EJ, who was here, we're wrestlers. We know this game. We know what that look means. You understand? We know what it is. We know what Sammy was about to do. That's why when Jay turned around, Jay had that look like, hold on, what you, and then do. I'm sorry. I think Jimmy came out there because he knew too. Like, hold on, what you about to do, Oos? What you? Hold on, let me get out there.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I think Sammy and Jimmy are going to be in cahoots. Jimmy is going to be jealous. And Sammy obviously is going to be jealous, but Sammy at the same time is going to be like, good for you. Now it's my turn. Like, I'm the one that helped the bloodline, not you. Like, in some way, shape, or form, in some way, like, I don't know how Sammy's going to turn it, but I think there's something there.
You know what? I think Sammy is going to make them fight, and then they're going to realize at the last moment, like, they really ain't got no beef with each other, and that's when Sammy strikes, and it's like, oh, shit, he been playing us. Damn.
Well, with Kevin Owens gone, they need a credible heel.
Yeah. Listen, give me Sami Zayn that does the dances in the middle of the ring again.
Stop it.
Give him back his great Liberator theme.
I feel like if we get Sammy, I feel like we actually get a good heel run out of Sammy this time. No, don't bring back that song, please.
You can't keep Worlds Apart.
Tone it down a bit. Strip it. Like, tone it down. But like with the New Day, where do you go? Do you face the War Raiders again? Do you steal a team from SmackDown? Because honestly, I thought that's where Fraxium was going to go. I legitimately called it. Like, I called Fraxium when the New Day was like, "There's nobody that can beat us," and insert Fraxium. That would have been good. But Alpha Academy. Like, stop. Like, the only other team I can think of is the LWO.
I mean,
Judgment Day, no. Like,
I mean, if it's Ray and Dragon Lee, then all right. But Cruz and Joaquin, they haven't been the same since they separated them from Santos.
Or they can stop fucking around and just bring the Lucha Bros back together. Give me Lucha Bros and New Day, which was a dream match. But, like, where do you go with the tag team titles? And then after that, you get Jade and Naomi. You clearly see where that's going. They're probably going to run it back at Backlash.
Yeah, Bianca's going to definitely be involved.
Of course. But Bianca's quote-unquote injured and probably is going to take some time off.
Yeah, one of her fingers broke.
Nah, her fingers broke, but she's going to go home and get pregnant. She don't get that Montez baby. But
it's more so she won't get Montez pregnant after that ladder match.
Damn. Nah, Montez is in a good mood. God is good. So anyway, Jade Naomi, you see where that's going, clearly. And then LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. I'm okay with the United States title picture right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might not be LA Knight because apparently, well, not even apparently, Drew McIntyre won the match by DQ.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with it because you're putting Drew McIntyre in the mid card picture to help boost Jacob Fatu, which I am okay with because Drew and Jacob take my fucking money.
Fuck you.
And then throw LA Knight in the mix, maybe a Damian Priest, Fatal 4-Way. Why not? Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. Then you have.
But here's the question, though. Where do we insert the Solo Sikoa turn on Jacob?
I think. Because I don't see Jacob Fatu dropping it fast. I don't.
No.
He has to have at least a good 2-month title reign. So I see it. Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. I would say that Solo turns on Jacob and costs him the title.
Mm-hmm.
Now at that rate, do you? No, you know what? That would be the perfect stage. You have Solo turn on Jacob at Money in the Bank. Jacob and Solo at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. Because if you do it at SummerSlam, where else are you going to have it? Clash at Paris? Fucking a Crown Jewel or Survivor Series? You can't do that. Have it at SummerSlam, which is the third biggest stage. Or the second or third, however you want to argue it. Second biggest stage in WWE.
I would say third after Survivor Series.
Do you think Survivor Series is bigger than SummerSlam?
Yeah.
But what about the Rumble?
Rumble
will be second, no?
Well, how I look at it, of course, is WrestleMania. Then I would look at it as Survivor Series, then the Rumble, and then SummerSlam.
Oh, so okay. Well, SummerSlam deemed the biggest party of the summer, so yeah. Or the biggest scam of the summer. So
if you look at it like this,
yeah, it's the biggest porn of the summer.
Being the hottest spectacle of the summer for WWE. Third place, you got the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's true.
The road to WrestleMania starts at the Rumble. So at that point, it's WrestleMania season. Everything's about to get kicked in the high gear. The story's about to season soon, and we about to see a whole bunch of new shit. And then, before the Rumble, we have Survivor Series. Survivor Series has always been known to be a SmackDown versus Raw, and then in 1 year, SmackDown versus Raw, NXT. Yeah. But it seems like Survivor Series always has the biggest rivalries on that card, whether it be champion versus champion or War Games. Or War Games. Cut it the fuck out. I've been trying to ignore him the whole time.
Survivor Series is where they really start planting seeds to the road of WrestleMania. In a sense. So I see what you're saying.
Think about it like this. They start playing the seeds at Survivor Series, and then the next stop, the Royal Rumble. Then granted, of course, SummerSlam's before these three pay-per-views that we're talking about beforehand. But so SummerSlam, in my opinion, is like another restart for them.
Right.
Because think about it, after the summer's over, they're heading down to the fall, and then of course Survivor Series, Crown Jewel, and then some of their little overseas events and shit like that. And then once winter season hits, that's when we got TLC, the Rumble.
Yeah. Well,
and
TLC's
then of course
not even a thing anymore.
Elimination Chamber is the last event for the winter, and then things start heating up in the springtime, and then in the springtime that's WrestleMania.
Exactly.
And after Mania, that's basically they want another season over, and then they go into the next season.
Literally, that's what Triple H said. It's time for a new season.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Solo and Jacob, I save it for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely save them for SummerSlam. This, honestly, that's a match that's really been brewing a lot lately.
That should have been at WrestleMania, but New Day had to be on the card. So,
especially after he cussed him and Tom out.
Dog, that should have been the perfect time. That literally should have been the perfect time for Solo to attack him the week after, and then build to Mania. But what do we know, right? We're just marks. We're just fans. Unlike Triple H said, he wishes fans like us just shut the fuck up. So,
well, actually, no. He's talking about the ones that don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, we know what we're talking about, so he can go fucking rub his bald head and shut the fuck up. So, what I want to know is, we know where Tiffany's going, which I get it. People are not happy about it. Where do we take Charlotte Flair?
No goddamn where. Leave her loose,
shove her up someone's ass,
loose gear booty ass somewhere else. I don't know if anybody noticed her tights that she wore at Mania. They had a lot of room in the back area.
They didn't fit her
a lot.
But can we talk
who told her to put that diaper on?
Can we talk about how Charlotte sandbagged the fuck out of Tiffany the whole match?
Sandbagging the fuck out of that girl.
She was sandbagging her. She was stiffing her. Like both girls
Yep.
didn't. You could tell both girls.
Then apparently she cussed her out backstage.
You could clearly tell they both.
Dave must have reported that shit. I don't believe that
They
shit.
did not want to work that match. Like, I legitimately thought Charlotte was going to win, but Tiffany won, and I was like, "There's no."
Yo, can we also talk about how they banned the roast of WrestleMania?
Yeah. They banned all audio. Like anybody who has audio, they banned it.
That shit is crazy because I seen some of the shit that was said in them joints, and it's just like,
Paul
why
Heyman
are
was
y'all
fucking
coming?
wild.
Y'all were throwing personal shots. Like those are some live, personal living type of bullshit they was going through.
Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. The one joke said about Nia Jax was actually pretty funny. Like, I think it was like Nia Jax is in the BDSM. Her safety words are ready, set, hike, or something like that.
Already said hut.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's pretty funny. That's okay. But Paul Heyman was going the fuck off for no reason, and then everybody hated Charlotte Flair for some reason, and I was like, hey yo, like.
First off, it was the fact that Charlotte unfollowed Nia Jax off of all her social media because of the comments that she said.
Right.
Talking about she felt hurt and betrayed because she helped her lose weight.
But like, dog, like.
My thing is, you're taking this whole my divorce thing personal, but you can't help the simple fact that look at the fucking what your dad did.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking what your dad's doing. And look at what you're doing. You're literally following your dad's steps and you're mad because people are calling you out on it. Like, what was the reason for Andrade? What was the real reason? You didn't provide no reason. She didn't provide no reason. She didn't even explain why she divorced.
You want to know why? Because she couldn't throw that ass back.
Well, no, it's because apparently Andrade was hiding a kid. Like, Andrade had a kid with another woman, but
that's none of her business.
Andrade kept them hidden from Charlotte.
Well, maybe he wasn't comfortable with fucking showing him to her. She has to respect that.
But my man, if you're gonna be married to someone, you got to tell her everything. That's the point of marriage. If you're gonna be married to someone, you got to tell her, hey, look, I have a kid that you don't know about, and I don't talk about him. I don't see him. I keep him hidden away. I've had him hidden away for like 4 or 5 years. Like, that's something you should say. And I understand where Charlotte gets a red flag behind that, because it's like, bitch, I married you for like 2 years and you're still going to hide shit from me? Like, whatever.
It was also because she couldn't throw that ass back.
Oh,
what ass?
That Purdue chicken? That Purdue chicken?
She couldn't throw nothing back. It was just nothing but bone and clap. This is how it sounds. That's bone hitting each other. It didn't have that. It didn't have that. It didn't have that. It had that. Yup.
Probably only good thing about it was probably the simple fact that she probably gave him gray hair because she got that big ass mouth.
Nah, she looked like. Look, I'm sorry. She looked like she probably can't suck a dick neither.
Dog, what the fuck? All right, we're drifting. All right. That main event, we don't need to talk about it. It was fucking fantastic. I knew the swerve was happening. I knew Seth Rollins was turning. I knew it. Whatever. Night 2.
We definitely called that shit.
I fucking called it from a mile away.
I
called it for weeks. I called it for weeks, and this motherfucker doubted me.
First off, I knew that shit was coming when he said, now you owe me a favor.
Not even that, dude. I called that when the match was made. I said, watch Heyman side with Seth because he's going to get sick of all this Punk and Roman shit. And this motherfucker was like, nah, he's going to stick with the tribal chief.
Yeah, he's going to stick with the tribal beef,
dog. Can we talk about how when he low blowed Roman, this motherfucker kept his arm under there and said,
that was pure hatred. Like, when he did it to Punk, he was like it was like a love tap. He was like, eh. But when he did it to Roman, there was like hatred behind that shit. He was like, you ain't having kids anymore. Fuck you. You're done. But like
Popeye's biscuit.
But like, dog, I'm telling you, don't ever doubt me again, Juju. Don't ever fucking doubt me. All because you're a fucking meat rider. Don't doubt me.
I do it again.
What the fuck? Is that a takeover?
Yep.
Which one?
Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn what?
I think this is the first one because it's Joe versus Corbin.
Oh, slap.
That nigga sleep.
Oh, that's gonna be the one with us.
This one Bailey was Bailey and with the Bailey and the Bailey.
Yes, this is hugging Bailey.
Yes.
And this is when Joe first basically debuted
And completely destroyed Corbin.
Oh, they had a banger though.
Yeah, I know.
Joe had a banger, but that motherfucker in the Popeye was over.
Honestly, saw the main event. Night 2, we get into it. Banger opener.
Of course.
That shit got me pregnant too.
I legit thought Bianca was gonna win. And because of the whole
EO hit that over the moon salt.
I was surprised. I was like, holy shit, they pulled the trigger. But my question is, where do we go from here?
Facts. Because now apparently Rhea talking about I'm still coming for this. So are we going to do another Rhea versus EO again? And is Rhea finally going to get the victory over her?
I don't think so. I think Rhea might actually take time away from EO. And I think Rhea's going to make her way into Money in the Bank.
That or they tease something with her and Julia. So
yeah. Which at the same time, Julia's not ready to be called up yet, apparently, since she's still feuding with Stephanie Vacour and Jordan Grace. So I don't know.
So like Julia heel turn?
Yes, she's a heel.
That was stupid.
What, for her to attack her best friend?
Now, granted, when she came back and she planted her, that was understandable. But the Raw after Mania, when she came in with Roxanne and they basically disrupted that match, that was kind of stupid.
Well, how else were you supposed to push it? Just have Roxanne ruin it?
Honestly, I'm sick of fucking Roxanne.
Oh, whoa.
No, like here's why. Yep, I said it. I fucking said it. Because I'm sick of hearing I'm the prodigy this. I'm the prodigy that. If I hear I'm the prodigy in her promos one more fucking time, I'm gonna reach through the TV and pop on the forehead like, find something new to say.
But she gonna like that. Only I can do that. Stop.
No, like I'm sick of hearing that shit. Like her heel, like granted, in the beginning, her heel run, it was cool, it was great. But now it's just really getting annoying as fuck now.
I mean, it's really the same vein as I'm sick and tired of hearing about the Visionary and shit, but hey.
I was sick of hearing about that shit too.
Can he change his theme now too? Because he's a heel, and I don't want to sit up there and cheer for this nigga.
No, because he had that shit when he was a heel. Nope.
I don't give a fuck.
And then it's like she keeps inserting herself into a title picture that has nothing to do with her.
I mean, I don't know.
She lost the title like fucking 4 months ago. Get over it.
Well, no, because I think this is her way of getting a call up because she lost to Stephanie Vacour. Where else do you go from here? So my guess is
she cut her ass on Smackdown when she faced Tiffany.
No, I think she's going to be a part of the draft, and I think she's going to have the Carmelo Hayes effect, where she's going to be the first round draft pick.
I'm just sick of hearing that I'm the prodigy in her fucking promos.
She's the prodigy, man.
I don't give a fuck what she is.
That's Booker T's student. She's the prodigy, man.
First off,
Jack will remain in NXT, which is funny.
First off, the girl is going to remain in catering because when was the last time she had a fucking match?
Who?
Slow ass. Clap this Jack.
The roll call. Ultimo wagon.
No, her last match was like 3 weeks ago when she had the qualifying match with Zarya.
Oh wow, a qualifying match that we all knew she was going to lose.
I mean, it was
Yeah, and
Daria.
after that, we haven't seen her since.
Oh, that girl don't do shit but get injured and shake her ass on Instagram.
Dog, she really got two. She got the Stone Cold braces.
And then not even that. Oh, she posts her mixed martial arts videos. Bitch, any motherfucker can play with nunchucks.
It's not even that, bro. She confident out there wearing the Stone Cold 97s. Like,
Listen, that's on her with her. Oh hell yes. But listen here. Stop worrying about shaking your ass so much. Worry about get training in the ring.
nah, dog.
But
She's
not
trying to
even
get
that. First off, when she was thicker, she was moving better. Now she done dropped all the weight and she moving slow and retarded. Like what the fuck? How the fuck does that make sense? That don't make sense.
You moved away from the Nikita train, huh?
Cause it's like it was hard to really defend her when you're sitting here watching this girl's matches. It's just like she barely takes bumps. Her selling is like whack as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
The selling is like
garbage.
cheesesteaks from
First off, the way she
places
sells
that's not
is
from
like
Philly.
how the white girls fall in scary movies over nothing.
Oh. Like she also does that.
First off, the leg drop split, it's not as popular as it used to be, girl.
It's not in anymore. It's not. But
First off,
You got
another
to
female came in. Thank you, Miss Parker. And that's all natural.
you know what's funny? You know what's fucking funny? Fucking Monique the other day. We were watching Stand and Deliver, and she saw Jada Parker. And we're watching the match. She's like, "There's a whole lot of ass in this match." And I was like, "Yeah." And then she was
Except
like,
for
"Is that?" Yeah, she was like, "Is that real?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "There's no fucking way." She's like, "That's not real. That has to be some sort of like BBL." And I'm like,
No.
I was like, "I think that's all natural." She's like, "That shit doesn't jiggle. What the fuck?" I was like,
Oh no. That shit jiggles.
I was like,
That shit jiggles.
but she was like glued in, all because of Stephanie Vacour, but that's understandable.
First
Like-
off.
Anyway, you were saying?
It's just like I don't know. I just don't get Nikita Lyons anymore.
I think she just needs to go. She needs to be on the next set of budget cuts. Get rid of her.
No, honestly, at this point, she need to go because at this point you're taking up space.
Listen, I don't even be having stories for her on Universe Mode. That's how bad it is.
No, but that's
If
the
I
thing.
can put a story on you for Universe Mode, then I can plead for you to stay in real life because I can be like, yo, they can. If I can make a story for you, they can make a story.
No, that's the thing. They had something there with her, Carmen Petrovic, and Ashanti. They had something there, but then fizzled. And I'm like, okay, all right. Clearly shows you have nothing for her. She just sits there and eats food in the back. Like, okay.
First off, I turned the girl heel and turned her into a woman. Well, a manizer for like 3 fucking weeks, and then poof.
Dog, and her acting is terrible.
First off, the crowd turned on her. Not even before even the heel turn, the crowd already turned on her.
Exactly, and when she turned heel, she got hurt, and then came back, and no one gave a fuck. Like, you know how bad you have to be when you came back on a house show?
First off, you had so much promise in your debut. You had so much promise in the first few matches you was in.
And then
it was like, then you got hurt. And then you came back and everything just started.
Yeah. And then you got hurt again. You came back on a house show. And then came back on TV when nobody fucking cared.
First off, a house show. You were literally one of the predominant females in NXT when it first went into the whole Nickelodeon phase, is what I like to call it.
The 2.0, yeah.
Nickelodeon phase is diabolical.
And then you came back during a house show. You were literally just the same female fighting for the NXT Women's Championship, and you come back from injury on a house show.
And nobody gave a fuck.
First off, the bitch that injured you, you came back and brawled with her for 1 fucking week and never got a match or a payoff for that shit.
Who injured her?
Blair Davenport.
Oh, yeah.
Because then, not only that, after she came back and brawled with her, Blair got called up.
Yeah, and absolutely did nothing.
Did nothing, and then they released her.
Yep.
She had like 3 fucking matches on SmackDown and then nothing.
Yeah, now she's acting like a whole thotty on Twitter. But like,
first off, that ain't nothing new. She's acting like that before they found her.
But with Nikita,
and,
like,
then back then she had more ass. Now she ain't got shit. And then
match 2 from night 2.
Here's the kicker. Here's the icing on the cake. She's married to the last motherfucking member of Chase U. There wasn't even a part of Chase U for that long.
Where's he been?
He's on Evolve now.
Oh, fuck.
They sent his ass to WWE Evolve. I know because I've been watching it.
How fuck? That's fucking sad.
I mean, Wendy Chu's there too.
So. Danny Palmer's down there.
Wendy Chu's down there.
Wendy Chu's down there. They just fucking sent Oral Mensa down there.
Tito Jackson's there.
Luca Crucifino was down there. Bro, they sent Javier Bernal down there.
Well, that's because he was hurt for a while and they had to.
But that's no reason to send him down to Evolve. He could already wrestle. Like he wasn't having bad matches. Like I get it, he got hurt.
But Oro Mensa though, he's not bad either.
Him and Javier had a match down there one week.
I think they're just trying to get people to watch. I don't fucking know. It's on Tubi.
Fucking Gallus is down there.
No, yeah, I knew that. But I think Gallus. No, I think Gallus is down there. No, Gallus is down there because they're actually trying to help. They're like,
I know why they're down there.
Yeah,
but it's just sitting that y'all sent the Gallus boys down there.
They should have been on the main roster already. I'm sorry. Pair them with fucking put them on SmackDown. Best tag division right now. Shit. But like,
all right, match 2 from night 2. What was that?
What was match 2?
Was it the Sin City Street fight? No.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. Damien and Drew. That was fantastic.
First off, we're not going to talk about the fact this motherfucker Drew took his brother's phone out of his hand and said,
that was it. Yeah, it's true.
Bored at work.
Tweeted it again. Yeah. That was a good match. Banger.
He's going to have to do that every year now.
Like I said, I wanted Damien to win, but I knew they was going to get a dub to Drew.
Yeah, because Drew needed that win back because Damien's been beating him all year.
Yep.
So I respect the fact that Drew got his win back. Good.
And then the Fatal 4-Way.
No, it was Orton.
Right.
No, you're right. Fatal 4-Way. You're right. I'm sorry. Fatal 4-Way. Banger. We all knew Dominic was winning. We all knew it.
And somebody said it online, and I gotta, agree with them. That Fatal 4-Way match was constructed to a way where whoever win was not a wrong answer.
Is that
I wouldn't have been mad if Braun Breaker retained. I wouldn't have been mad if Finn Balor won. I wouldn't have been mad if Penta won. I wouldn't have been mad, with the outcome that we got with Dominic winning. Like, especially the way Dominic won.
That was great.
He did it just like his damn daddy Eddie. Yeah, I said it.
Dog, what?
Dominic, I'm your father.
I'm your
puppy, Dominic.
Dog. Right winner, yes, I agree. And then you had Orton with Mr. Josephus Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in him.
Slap a bitch.
What?
I don't know. I never know.
What? That pop. Did we not hear that pop of the fucking night?
Randy was like,
Come to find out from, I guess, reports, that was Orton's hand-picked opponent. Orton hand-picked Joe Hendry to be there. And Joe Hendry did not find out until like a week before that he was going to be on the Mania card.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rumors were speculating that it was also supposed to be Jeff Hardy, which, if I heard no more words, I would have cried.
Dog.
I would have cried.
Dog. If the lights would have went out,
But I
definitely
understand.
gonna mark
I
that.
understand. I understand.
As
It's
long as
because
we don't get him dancing to Not Like Us.
It's about I see Terry.
what was that rhythm like?
I'm like, dog.
Because
Oh.
first
This
off, my
cannot be happening.
reaction was not we got Willow dancing to Kendrick before we got GTA 6.
Dog. If you're gonna be invited to the cookout, have rhythm. Like, what was that?
He old. He ain't got the rhythm that he had when he was dancing with Rikishi and them. You know what I'm saying?
God, that was it. Was good for what it was. Joe Hendry got over. Then we had.
Which, by the way, before we move off of that, to the people out there that keep using the word buried. Oh, he was buried. He was buried. Please, I implore you, stop using the word if you do not know how to fucking use it.
My thing is, how do you bury a wrestler that's not a part of that company? How do you bury a world champion?
I'm sorry, I don't remember being buried where your shirt sold out on WWE Shop and you're not even a WWE wrestler.
That's one. Two, I don't remember it being buried burying a company when that company's top champion, their world champion, has never been done before, is on the grandest stage of them all in wrestling. I don't care who you are, what company you're in. The moment you step into this game of wrestling, that's what you dream to be.
Exactly.
At WrestleMania. Why?
You can have
Because
your
it's the end all be
Tokyo
all.
Dome, you can have your Slammiversaries, but when it comes to WrestleMania, that is the top tier thing of fucking wrestling.
Exactly.
And not even
Like-
that, Joe Hendry just went out there and made himself known globally.
Globally, which means TNA is now known globally because what the motherfuckers.
First off, the man was
If they
already
don't
known
know what
globally
TNA
because of
is,
his theme song.
Right, but doing that,
And he went out in front of damn near 70,000 people, in front of millions and millions of people watching at home.
I got like the biggest pop of the night. Like,
exactly. Now, what I'm saying is
First
to the
off,
people that's
and then not
globally
only
that may have not known Joe Hendry. Oh, what they're
Now
going to do
they
is,
do.
Joe Hendry, what's that? TNA World Heavyweight Championship?
not only
Look
that,
him up. And they're going to want to look at
future
TNA.
WWE Hall of Famer
Like, come
used
on.
his own signature pose.
exactly. You literally you had a match with one of the greatest of all time. He puts you over by doing your pose and adds a spin to it. Not only that, he showed you respect after the match and then gave you an RKO. But again, and if the rumors are true that this man handpicked you out of everyone they tried to talk about, he handpicked you to make an appearance.
And then not only that, let's talk about how this man's contract is set to expire next year, and WWE is already on his ass.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
Triple H
And
already
look,
told him this isn't your first Mania.
He even said it on Busted Open. He said it to the guys. He said, "Listen, I wasn't buried. I don't look at it as being buried. Like CM Punk said, if he wants you out there, he trusts you, and you're in good hands. You prove something. Like it's a good thing." So to the fans out there that keep using the word buried, please, like I always say when it comes to our brackets, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Yo, get your snotty ass tissue out of here.
So anyway,
Like
Hendry did its thing. Hendry was not buried. Hendry made himself a fucking global superstar. Like
exactly.
I'm sorry. Props to Hendry. I fucking popped. My kid popped. That's his favorite wrestler, of course. And I get it. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that's the demographic." Okay. That could be the demographic.
Same thing was with Cena when in his heyday.
But please tell me, a wrestler that's not from that company has a shirt sold out in the biggest company in the world, and he's not even in the company. Like, tell me that. What?
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Y'all
Sorry,
can't.
we'll wait.
People on YouTube, put it in the comments. Oh, y'all can't.
Oh. Who's one of the top sellers of April? Joe Hendry. That guy's in TNA. Oh, I'm sorry. What? So the thing is, Orton and Hendry did their thing. Moving on from that, Logan Paul and AJ Styles.
AJ should have won. Fuck Logan. I don't give a fuck. Fuck storyline. Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck him. Fuck his brother. Fuck everything the Paul brothers stand for. Fuck Logan Paul. I give it to him.
Big Paul.
I give it to him.
Eagles in
I
5.
give it to him. Finisher is fucking fantastic. He can go in the ring. He can go in the ring, but fuck Logan Paul.
It's all right, bro. We gonna jump. As a matter of fact, what you doing Monday? We can jump him on the game.
But the thing is,
Damn, I'll jump him for you.
Obviously, I think they're going to go with a story with Karrion Kross here. I see where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Push Karrion Kross because I'm loving the work he's doing.
Yes, that's from Killer Cross. Oops.
He said to the guy in the suit, "Go fuck yourself." That was great. Like, but decent.
Scarlett got scared.
Yo, she's like, "We're gonna get fired."
He said, "No, fuck that. Fuck that."
I mean, you can get scared right over here. Anyway, Logan Paul and AJ did their thing. Then the women's tag. Becky was back. We knew that was happening. That was too predictable. Wins the titles. They get Zack Ryder the next night.
I'm not wrong.
We already said what we said about the main event. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm tired. EJ made me pissed. Fuck him. So that man, of course, that man's siding with The Rock because that's his daddy. So
telling y'all,
that's his daddy's son. So look, he wishes
So
he
then
could
we
beat The
get
Rock.
to
So yes, we get the Raw. Fucking fantastic Raw after Mania. I loved it. You had.
I'm not gonna hold. I was kind of on the fence of that Raw. It was good, but it was just like for me, I don't know what it was. Like I felt as though it was missing something. I don't know what.
I think that for me as well. It was missing something. I think it was a great Raw at the Mania, but I feel like
it was because it's because y'all are virgins. Okay, I thought that was great. The Raw after Mania was great.
I remember you just saying it was a great Raw after Mania. I just felt like it was missing something.
No, it wasn't missing anything. You're just blind. So
I'm just pregnant.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you drinking that cherry Pepsi like that? Why did you just side lip that joint like you was holding the fucking pipe in your mouth like you was Popeye?
I was just trying to hit the Pepsi from the side. That's all.
So, dog, what? No, dog, no.
Dog.
So anyway, I thought it was great because you get Cena coming out, Orton with the RKO, fucking fed. I love how Cena said shit before the RKO.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That shit was hilarious. This is the look at the last real champ.
That was great. And then you get Stephanie and Io.
Dog.
Listen, when it happened, Booker wasn't there, so I did it.
Oh. And I'll agree.
The crowd did it. Yeah.
You know what?
I'll agree and disagree on one thing. Disagree on.
What?
Of course, we were all mad because there was a fuck finish. It should have been. We should have seen who won, right? But I also agree on Roxanne interfering because one, it set up Roxanne and Steph for NXT, but at the same time, you can't have both champions lose. Not when they just won their respective matches WrestleMania weekend. Right. You can't do that. I understand you gave away the dream match a little early, but okay, I get it. However, they were a little the rumor being there were supposed to be a lot of returns. We didn't get much. We only got Rusev.
Right.
We got the that theme song hits. We got the Becky heel turn, which I knew that was happening. I honestly think Becky's going to align herself with Seth and Braun.
Sounds all right.
If
she's literally banging one of the guys in that group. It makes
obviously, but like,
it makes sense.
But I'm saying, like, I know Becky and Seth they both said they hate doing the whole couple storyline type shit. So I say the only way, it's not going to make sense, but the only way to put like a female in that group, like the Dangerous Alliance 2.0, why not put Bayley?
Somebody said that.
Like, Bayley's been sick and tired of all this shit. Why not make her a heel and put her with Paul Heyman? Like, I think that could work. I'm saying. But, like, Becky's heel now, so I think the feud is obviously going to be Becky Bayley going forward with the IC title. We'll see.
You mean Lyra?
Lyra's going to drop that shit. Watch. She's going to drop it at Backlash.
Please.
What is your hatred with the Bird Lady?
She's boring.
Smash.
Like, so I don't know how you got skills in the ring, but be boring.
Dog smash. So
no.
Listen, it's like when Stone Cold used to come out and tell Lane Storm, "You're boring me, cut. You're boring me, son. Boring. I'm not boring. If I can be serious with you for a moment, boring." That's how I feel every time I see her out there. It's just like,
that's the thing. She can go in the ring though. So yeah, whatever. But then you get Rusev coming back. We didn't get an Ilya, which I thought Ilya was going to be ready by time.
Yeah.
We didn't get a Bronson Reed. We didn't get.
Came back and wrecked the shit out of the Alpha Academy.
And still got cheered. Love it.
No, dead ass. It's Rusev Day again.
I mean, Aiden English said he is a free agent now.
Can we talk about the simple fact that Lana signed a Legends contract deal?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. This is where
legend are you? The only thing that people legendarily remember of you is getting put through the announce table 11 times
and getting passed around the locker room a little bit.
Right, yeah, you got passed around from Rusev to Liv Morgan, apparently.
To Bobby Lashley.
And then to Bobby Lashley.
Hold on, don't forget Ziggles and The Rock.
No, I said Dolph Ziggler.
But the thing is, like, I don't know why she got a Legends contract. I don't.
That's what I need to know. She didn't do anything to get a Legends contract.
But I was told that maybe that was part of Rusev's deal to come back. Is because I know they're both like back together or some shit. Like,
man, he's stupid.
Nah, like Lana broke up with Rusev just to get dicked down by Damian Priest and then got back with Rusev. So
that has never been proven.
I'm just saying they were together a lot, and now Damian Priest. Yeah, now Damian Priest is taking down Caden Carter. So I don't know.
No, they're just good friends. That's why I keep seeing in the comments.
All right. They're good friends with benefits.
No, first off, these motherfuckers are in too many TikToks together in the same house together. First off, in comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
Half the time in street clothes, half the time in comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
Y'all not telling me, y'all can't sit here and tell me that these two ain't smashing. If they are, round of applause. My man Damien.
He be hitting to his feet. I'm telling you.
He be taking her to south of heaven.
He be hitting that shit from the back, talking about all rise for the outlaw. As soon as he busts, all rise.
And then he has a broken arrow.
Yeah. At least he ain't picked the skinny Crimson Chin, because
chill, he don't want Ricochet's sloppy thirds.
Hey yo, Smash. But like,
no.
No. That chin is too much. When
First
she get
off,
mad, she
he's really about to sit here and just like list the fact that every single one of Ricochet's exes all and his current wife all got big chins.
Yeah.
They all got different size chins.
But look, I'd rather all of them except Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah. That's the nigga chin.
I'll just take Samantha. I don't know. Casey's too small, and I don't do racists.
I mean, that music video said otherwise. So, like,
yes.
Where? That song kind of sucks.
It does.
That song sucks. Shawty wanna hit dog. What?
Shawty wanna hit that. Believe that. Like
I saw a comment. I wanted to send it to y'all because I would have pissed y'all off. I saw someone comment. They're like, "This sounds like a Jill Scott hit." Excuse me?
Who the fuck said that?
Some random.
Hold on. They not about to disrespect no Jill Scott Hilltop. Nah. They talking about Jilly from Jill. Nah.
Even the middle, we don't take Jill Scott slander, so we not doing all that.
No, we Philadelphians do not take no Jill Scott slander. Like no. Jill Scott Hilltop right here. Okay,
I was like,
she showed skills with that fellatio with the microphone. I just want some Jill Scott, some Jill Scott.
Sister right there. Expecting Millennium Queens up here, especially that one from Philly.
Let's take a long walk around the park after y'all youngins don't understand.
See, that's the thing. I'm like, first off, that does not sound like a Jill Scott song
at all.
She would not sing something like that. Second off, the beat doesn't even sound like a Jill Scott song. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's nowhere near Jill Scott's shit to begin with anyway.
It's trash. Like
you know what that tells me? Somebody young who's never really listened to a lot of Jill Scott albums had to say that shit.
Probably.
They had to.
Probably.
That's what either heard her on a feature or something. Because before the if y'all heard Jill Scott's early work, no, even her latest work, no. It sounds nothing alike.
We're getting off topic. Let's get back.
Anywhore, back to Raw after Mania.
The whole New Day shit. Rusev came out, yada yada yada, and then honestly, then you had Penta versus Dom. You had JD McNugget come back.
Oh, yep, JD McFunkle Pop.
And then Finn Balor's like confused as to what he's gonna do.
He gonna try to talk JD over on his side. I'm telling you.
I do think, however, Dom's gonna end up being the babyface in this route.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I thought Finn Balor was, but seems like the crowd hates Finn Balor.
Honestly, I still think Finn Balor's gonna be the babyface in this whole situation. It's just how they're going about it right now.
Yeah.
He outnumbered right now.
Pretty much. And like,
let's think about it. Dom already got Liv and Raquel on his side. That's already 3 right there against Finn. Carlito, he's just honestly, we don't know what the fuck Carlito's there for anymore.
That nigga following around Raquel. He trying to get that.
Carlito was just there to be a walking fucking meme at this point.
Look, Carlito wants to bite more than just the apple. If you catch my drift, all right.
Yeah,
he's the one that's going to appreciate the bag.
Now we got JD back into the fold.
Yeah,
but the
JD
thing
McFish.
is, JD's cool with everybody. Like everybody's cool with JD. So my thing is, where's JD's allegiance going to lie? Is it going to align with the man that basically trained him for this shit his entire life? Or is he still going to side with the same motherfuckers that, basically sided with him when the whole Damian didn't even want him in the...
I would say, I don't know. We got to see how it plays out.
JD is literally the catalyst in this whole situation right now that he's back.
Yeah, pretty much. And then
now if he sides with Finn is going to stay heel. If he turns on Finn's
going to be the big.
They need to
That's
figure out how to.
the turn right there for Finn.
They would need to figure out how to get the crowd to sympathize with Finn. They really need to figure that out.
Honestly, the same way that they got them to sympathize with Edge, the same way they got them to sympathize with Rhea and Damien. You just got to jump in there.
Pretty much.
Jump them. Which ironically, they stole that from the Bullet Club, but hey.
No, but I'm saying, like, jump them.
Damn.
Give him
That'd
some
be
time
fucked
off.
up.
And then have Finn come back with his old theme. Call it a day.
Yep. Wow, eating on her booty cheeks.
Oh, right. And then the show ends with Seth, Braun, and Paul Heyman. Fantastic.
Listen.
Roman Reigns died. Fantastic.
I don't even think
hold on. That wasn't even the takeaway. The takeaway is fucking Braun Breaker taking off that hoodie so fucking fast. Like, did you see the speed? He just ripped that shit the fuck off.
The simple fact that he called Roman out of that spear where he was about to hit the wise man with, that nigga the advocate now. He about to hit that motherfucker with that something proper. Then Braun said, "No, I'm about to make you shit yourself."
First off, this the motherfucker they got out here in TurboTax commercials kicking recliners and shit in half. The lamps and shit.
Facts.
They're breaking with bare hands.
Listen, he made Roman shit himself with that first spear, right?
And then he fucking ran.
Bro, ran that motherfucker through that barricade, bro.
I thought he was going to fucking flip through the back. The way he did Carlito, I thought he was going to flip through the barricade. Like,
if he would have did that shit and landed on his fucking feet, bro, take that nigga to Area 51. Because he not human at this point. That motherfucker.
No, fucking drug test him right now.
Call the military right now.
And then this nigga get back in the ring looking at Seth, and I'm like, oh, he on a rogue mission. He on a rogue mission. Next thing you know,
Seth put his arm around him.
He made Punk shit himself.
I'm telling you, Braun is going to be world champion by next year.
Yes.
That man will be in the main event of WrestleMania. Mark my words.
No, dead ass.
Whether if it's for the world title or for the WWE title, he's going to be going for one of those titles next year. Against two, I don't give a fuck. Braun's champion. Give him the belt.
Yeah, give me Braun Breaker. Fuck that. Give me Braun Breaker and Jacob too.
Right now. Give me it now. Now. I want it
and
now.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get right into
Braun Breaker and fucking Bronson Reed.
No,
right?
No, fuck that. Fuck all of that. Give me Braun Breaker and Obafemi right the fuck now.
No, give me Jacob 5'2" and Obafemi right now.
Meat, no bread, no water.
All gas, no break with it. Yada me.
Just
big meat, bumping meat.
No. Yes. But yes, we get the NXT.
What?
Not really eventful. I'm sorry. The only thing eventful was Joe Hendry and the finish at the end where they had Stephanie Julia and Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much setting up an Obafemi versus Joe Hendry down the line. So Joe Hendry's pretty much going to die soon.
Yep. We know there's going to be folks that's like, well, what about AEW? Or what about Evolve? We ain't covering that.
No, fuck you.
Seen that nut ass motherfucker at the NFL draft. I was like, look at this nut ass motherfucker. He gotta be high on cocaine in there hugging motherfuckers talking about stupid ass nigga. Anyway.
We then get to SmackDown.
Which arguably the best after Mania show that week.
We had Alistair come back. We had
and he kicked Mrs.
Fucking Jacob Fatu gets a pretty much I think it's going to be a triple threat with him, Drew, and LA Knight, which take my money. I'm good with it.
It might be a fatal four with Damian Priest though.
Could be because it seems like Damian and Drew's not over yet.
Yeah. Either way, shut up and take my money.
And then the TLC match. Can I say more, or need I say more?
First off, Ciampa got speared off.
Listen,
Montez Ford hit somebody with a prosthetic leg.
No, dead ass.
Listen, that is how you do a ladder match. You give me a ladder match where it's literally anybody's ball game, because at a certain point, I didn't know who the fuck was going to win.
Montez Ford
That's
just
how
showed
good
you
it was.
why he needs to be a single star.
Yes. And we always say this when we say this. We're not saying no shade against Dolph. We're not. We're not taking anything away from him. But Tez got the juice.
He does.
Out of both of them, Tez could be the world champ. Shit, y'all want to keep the Street Profits together and do the normal cliche shit? One is the world champion, one is the mid card champion. Do that. I don't care.
2-man power trip. Fuck it.
You feel me?
Triple H likes to go back to his old storylines. Why not? Fuck it.
You feel me? But Tez definitely
got it. He got it.
He got the juice.
Now, where do you go from here? Easy. You give me Fraxium and the Street Profits right there.
Yes.
Take
and
my
do
money.
not give Fraxium the titles yet.
Don't give them no fucking titles at all.
What? Damn!
No, because the NXT title run wore me the fuck out, dog.
Oh my god, get the fuck over it. Fraxium's the
every
greatest tag
time
team in
I'm
the
like,
world
yeah,
right
they about to lose it. They about to lose it. Why the fuck did
Don't
y'all retain
nobody
it?
give a fuck about a Spaniard Sin Cara and Seth Rollins Jr.
now. Hey, Fraxium is the best tag team in the world right now. Bet
Nah, they're not better than
Bet money.
Booga Booga.
Bet money.
No, they not.
There they are. Bet money. Yes, they are.
They're not better than the milk and cereal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're not better than peanut butter and jelly.
Huh?
They're better. They're better than the Cowboys. So they're better than the Cowboys. It's facts. So that's how we closed out.
Everything is better than the Cowboys.
Everything. My balls are better. So anyway. Whoa. That's how we recap WrestleMania. I apologize for my rant earlier. I apologize if you saw a side in me that nobody wanted to see, because I usually don't yell. I usually don't get passionate about shit like that. I'm usually the peacekeeper, the moderator. But I'm sorry, I had to expose that bald fraud.
A hand that's grounded.
My face was literally turning into my hoodie. I'm sorry. Like,
literally.
Fuck. Look,
Never see y'all motherfuckers had the moderator so upset.
dog, Black Adam tanked, so he decided to say, let's just fuck up WWE. Fuck off. Fuck off, you Samoan Mr. Clean. Fuck off.
Damn.
So that does it for our recap. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoy the laughs. We hope you enjoyed EJ leaving on us in such short notice because, you know, family emergency. We get it, but you know, he probably wanted to go get, you know, a bird pregnant. I don't know. So
I ain't getting a bird pregnant.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? He probably about to go talk to the Rams and ask them why they draft stocks is like shit.
Nah, he's about to go talk to pigeons. Yeah. I'm gonna get you pregnant. Like that. So yeah, his new nickname around the block is gonna be Big Bird. So So yes, we hope you enjoyed this. As far as like the next episode, I'm not going to reveal it yet. I'm just going to talk to you guys in the group chat. We're going to save it, simmer it, let it ride for now. You know, let it ride. But we hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, the whole shebang. I know I didn't get to do the whole plugs in the beginning because I was so angry. I just wanted to talk about it. Yes, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, follow us on Instagram, X, the whole shebang. Just show love, support, do what you got to do. Yeah. Fuck you. And on that note, in traditional style,
Juju,
take it away.
The time has come for us to go. had so much fun entertaining y'all. Until the next time, until the next show, we will see you when we see you. Because the next episode, y'all know what the fuck we gonna do. Y'all really don't know, but y'all gonna let it simmer. We'll holla. Yeah.